Hello and welcome to round one of the playoffs, live from Fairlanes Bowling Center in Moncton, New Brunswick. This is the Men's International Candlepin Championships, and we're broadcasting it here on Candlepin Bowling Network. My name is Greg Gouillart, alongside me, Paul Grant, and as soon as we get this little headphone fumbling going here, yeah, he's made a mess of that, hasn't he? I don't know if it, actually... Wow, this is a hot mess.
How do I sound?
You sound great.
Nope. Okay, good.
We got a special guest here, Greg.
Who might that be?
Robbie Henderson, welcome.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for having me.
Great, glad to have you. Six-time world champion. Welcome to the broadcast booth. All three strings.
Pleasure to be here.
You can sit down if you like, or stand up. You got the monitor here if you want, or you can stand up.
I'm too nervous. It's the start of the playoffs.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
You're not even bowling it this time, but you've bowled it before.
Academy Lanes were the one seed. They lost 8 to Extra Lanes. Extra Lanes gets us 2-round bye to the semifinals tomorrow afternoon. Drywall Concepts won their match, and they're in the number 1 seed in Division 1. They cross over. 2 and 3 seeds stay on the same side. 4 and 5 cross over. So we're going to be covering lanes 13 and 14. We're at Fairlanes in Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada, on Candlepin Bowling Network. Mark O'Loughlin for Canada 5 won their last string to save their season to get into the playoffs. A tough test for them. The left-hander in lane 14 starts the first of 3 strings. Nice ball. 8, 7, wobbling 8. Wood rolling back for more. Hits the 8, won't fall to the 7. Josh Daly. 4-1 split, 2-4-7, 8 behind the 2, 10 right, Wood to help maybe.
Welcome.
Gentlemen, a classic example of David versus Goliath. We have the defending champions against a team that had to fight to get into the playoff round.
Daly missed the 10, and Canada 5 has the early lead.
You were saying?
I said the classic David and Goliath match. We got the defending champions against a team who had to fight for their life just to make the playoff. It should be a great match. Very exciting.
Daly at 10, 10-10, the bonus from O'Loughlin.
And in case you're new to Candlepin Bowling, what a great introduction for you. Roll 3 balls, play the wood where it falls. Strikes are rare, it's a game of spares. We may have buried the lead. Rob Henderson, part of the 7-time championship-winning franchise, McLaughlin Truck and Trailer.
O'Loughlin on the bonus. It's in the pocket, it's a good ball, it's 9. 10 pin left up, 19 through 1. Daly, same thing, he's got the 10 also. He's got a plank in front to help. 2 pieces sail away, but the flat channels makes it interesting, doesn't it?
That's a tough shot for Mark. Hopefully that wood rolls away a little bit and gives him an open look at the 10.
Which it does now. Daly has a slight advantage. You could say single pin's the easiest one to make of all the pins standing by about 21%. Stats by Candlepin Bowling Network. Free to subscribe on YouTube in high definition. He spares it up. Daly does 2. What a start.
Great start to the match.
29-20, each on a mark. 9-pin lead for Canada 5. So talk about your championships. First of all, you won 6 titles.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate to be on a team that was that successful for that long of a period of time. Very fortunate to still be friends with a lot of them and see some of them still bowling here in this tournament.
Chris Drover on the right, 6-pack, check his ID. Aaron Fontaine on the head pin. It's going to be 8. Wiggling 2 and 7. So in between boxes, we'll talk about each one, if you can, each title you had.
Absolutely.
Greg will give the scores. Greg will call the second string also.
Prepare yourself. This will be on the quiz. Couple of FAQs. Yes, Academy Lanes did lose the bye, and yes, they don't have Justin Waters in the rotation. He injured himself, unfortunately, and may not take further part in the competition.
Chris Drover, wide right. Fontaine missed everything.
That'll be a big loss to Academy Lanes. Justin Waters had a huge match in their finals last year. I believe it's somewhere around in the 4:30 mark.
And he thinks he may have torn his muscle in his leg, so he's out for the playoffs, unfortunately, unless some kind of divine intervention. Drover flies over the check mark for a 6 box. Fontaine gains 3 with a 9. 6-pin lead, 1 mark for each side.
One thing that's fortunate for Academy with the loss of Justin is that they're a very deep team. They've got a lot of great bowlers on their team and probably can absorb that loss a little easier than other teams could.
Who was the best bowler on your team, you'd say?
For
your world teams?
I think for our team, everybody took a chance. Everybody took a turn being the best bowler. I can recall so many times where somebody stepped up to the plate to help us achieve our successes. Hard to deny that Chris Hollett is, I like to call him a genius. Just an incredible, incredible talent.
Aaron Fontaine, floater with a strike. Whittling 5, Whittling 8 to the left. Wood in between. Check mark left for Drover.
A genius how, Rob? Is it in terms of playing the wood or just knowing his angles or something else that maybe is a secret sauce to the game of Candlepin?
Not just in knowing how to play the angles and making a lot of big shots, just his consistency, his demeanor, always like in the big moments, always there.
Spare for Fontaine. 19 the ball through 2 in the first of 3. The opening round playoffs.
Sometimes the biggest thing when you're bowling Candlepin and you're bowling in big matches and having big strings is just the ability to get out of your own way. And the great bowlers like Chris always had that ability. It didn't matter how good he was bowling. You always knew that it was going to continue. And it didn't matter if it was the start of the game, if it was a close match. He was always there. He's one of the best bowlers that I've ever, A, seen, and B, been lucky enough to been on the team with.
Chris Drover missed the second, make the third. That's a Paul Grant special. Not a good time for that. 10-16 through 2. Here's the third ball is Brad Glynn. 1-2-7. Charlie Collins, the Terminator, on lane 13. On the right side, it's 5. Forstman plus the 9 and back.
I believe Brad's one of the 5-pin bowlers that's participating this week.
You have a lot.
And across several provinces, which they literally proudly wear on their sleeve.
One of that one, couldn't get the 7 to go. Collins picks it up spare. Academy has a 2 marks to 1 advantage now in the virtual lead.
You'll find it's a bigger, they'll have a 1 mark lead now. 2 marks lead.
A 10 to start his match. Special guest here, Robbie Henderson. So if you had to be, just, obviously being humble, and would you say you're the second best bowler on your team, or the third best bowler, best bowler on your team, or fourth best bowler on your team?
Oh, I don't think I was second.
You think you're the best?
I think, listen, if you wanted to flip a coin and talk about Chris and I on our team, then you can flip a coin and decide.
50-50, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Spread Eagle, $25 from Candlepin Bowling Network without Wood if you can make this. Since our 5,000 subscribers, now over 5,200 now. Collins 2-1 split, 17 through 1. Good effort, rolling back, will it go? No.
What a great try.
3 in the 10, mini split, good effort. Gets a giggle out of that one. Making something out of nothing. How many spread eagles you make without Wood in your great career?
Without Wood or with Wood?
Without Wood.
Without Wood, the odd one.
Yeah, just one?
The odd one.
Collins trying to get it over the 6, could not. Glenn a 9. Collins trying to gain a pin close early on. 3-string total pinfall, no points like the regular round robin 11 matches. Collins a 9, 26 through 2.
I have a question for you, Rob. How do you think the Canada 5-pin bowlers now, some of them are former Candlepin bowlers and some of them are Candlepin bowlers who've dragged 5-pin bowlers from provinces as far west as Manitoba and Alberta. Do you think they're adjusting to this game in terms of how to adjust to this game? Do you think, my prediction is power might be the biggest one since the ball weighs less than the pins and it'll be tougher for them as opposed to the rubber banded pins of 5-pin. Do you think that's a big factor, or do you think Canada 5 actually has a much better chance than that at adapting?
Oh, I think not only that, but the size of the ball.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
The size of the ball in 5-pin is much bigger, so there has to be an adjustment there as well, and it's heavier.
Corey, same thing, wiggle and wobble, that won't go. They're still shaking their boots.
But I would have to say with their styles, their accuracy would have to translate very well to the Candlepin game.
I mean, there are bowlers who don't bowl Candlepin all year, just snipe, and they come here and bowl in the Worlds. It's amazing.
What I think they should probably struggle with.
Murphy a spare. Packard answer, double Wood.
Is they would, their ability to read Deadwood and know how to play shots.
False start, the offense, 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
So hopefully they've got some guys, and I know they do. Bobby Kites was a former Candlepin bowler who moved out west and is now playing 5-pin. So guys like that can share their experience in how to play shots and how to play Deadwood will probably be a big factor in how they perform during the weekend in the playoffs.
Packett's turn to answer. He does.
Yeah, much more pin variance in Candlepin after all, literally infinitely many as opposed to 32 different spare leaves in 5-pin, well, theoretically.
Matching spares to start their first of 3 strings. Quarters, semis, and finals tomorrow, 9 o'clock Atlantic time. 8 o'clock East Coast time, 9:30 for our great friends in Newfoundland on the half hour.
I think I'm most curious to see how a Quebecois duck pinner, the Petite Quille, would actually do here, because they roll the ball super slow and the rubber bands really take it all the way.
Yes.
Good ball there. 8, 6 right, 9 left. 18 to 1 through 1 for Andrew Murphy. Packett's turn. Packett's corner. 9 again. 4 pin left up. 19 through 1.
That's a green line stop on our transit system.
Another left-hander on their team for a spare. No. Ball rolls away, circles around. Pack with 2 in a row. Missed it. Well, you pretty good. You must have been really good in single pins, obviously. How accurate are you in single pins? We use about 80%, you think?
Yeah, I thought about the only single pin that I really had to focus and I struggled with would be the 3-pin. For just some reason, that was my pin that I really had to bear down and focus on. 7-pin, 10-pin, I probably 8 out of 10. Nobody's perfect.
Pack of 9, 28 through 2 on Candlepin Bowling Network. The ESPN and Candlepin Bowling, we cover all the classes all the time, everywhere, even in Canada. Candlepin Bowling Network in high definition on YouTube, live instant replay as well. Please subscribe free. Tell your family these matches and many more are always on YouTube forever and ever, as long as YouTube is around. Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Please subscribe free. For live notifications, hit the bell icon. Don't miss match when we sign up in between matches. Anchor bowlers Matt Schultz, 6-pin left up. Danny Harris, the fireballer, 1-2-10.
Danny's one of my favorite bowlers to watch from the United States, along with Josh Daly and Matty Riva. They're so entertaining to watch. He throws a lot of spin on his ball, got a lot of gear, can make a lot of shots.
Matt gets it to go with the wood, spare. Harris connects.
Great shot.
A lot of marks early on. It's just the first string, the first 2 boxes. Look at those black marks.
And then there's also the importance of rev rate in this game as well in terms of developing the pin action. Do you notice whether you have more or less rev rate on the ball, or is that not as important as you try to diagnose what went wrong or right with a shot?
Oh, I think anytime that you can have...
Schultz sends it left. It's Domino's delivers 7, 189 the W, the wiggle. Harris, same thing, 7. I like that wood. It's left to the 5. You playing that wood now?
For Danny's shot?
Yeah.
Absolutely, I'm playing that wood. With any luck, that the dead one on the left that's nose up will slide over a little bit.
You can't cap it, though, obviously.
No, you can't cap it. You got to go down low, and you run the risk of sliding
Schultz
behind
got
the
it
pin.
to go on the rebound. 17 through 1, 27 the ball through 2. Harris won't go. Do you think he was trying for that left wood or the middle wood?
I think he was trying for the left one. I think Danny's accurate enough that he didn't miss by that much.
And has the clockwise turn capable of reaching it.
Harris for a 10, knocks it down. A great start, 27 through 2. Just the first 2 completed boxes. The update from the soothing sounds of Greg Gouillart.
My contractual obligation, forgive me here.
Back to your question, Greg. Anytime that you can be accurate and put more spin or more gear on the ball, it's a huge advantage to you. Because even if you're not accurate and you miss, you can create some pin action that may take a shot that wouldn't go otherwise.
One of them working balls, huh?
Yes,
that
absolutely.
is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 marks for Academy and 5 for Canada, 5.
Josh Daly sends it right, comes back and steals a bunch. Not a head pin it, but has a great leave with a lumberyard on lane 14.
He's going to need a little bit of luck to push that straight back. He's probably going to have to throw it down by the 7-pin and catch that front wood up top.
8 in the box on the spare fill, 28 through 2. 5
like
fill, a spare for Daly. A Greek Church for Marco Laughlin after the 5 fill, after a spare 9, 34 through 2. He's gunning for 3 in a row. Are you hitting the wood in between?
I'm hitting it probably around the red line and see if it pushes through. A little too low. Harder for Mark because his ball's a little bit slower, so he needed to be a little bit higher on that wood.
Daly goes back to back. 38 the ball through 3 for Academy Lanes, defending champions, 3-time world champions. O'Loughlin, 10. .44 through 3 in the first of 3. Special guest here, Robbie Henderson. Robbie, talk about your first. How'd you, first of all, what got you involved in Candlepin bowling way back when?
Oh, it'd be my parents for sure. They were avid bowlers, and instead of paying a babysitter, they took me to the bowling alley.
Wise decision turned on, huh? 8 and the 10 for Daly's. Back-to-back spare 8s, 46 through 3. A good start here.
Great shot here for Daly. You can throw her down by the 10-pin, push everything straight back.
O'Loughlin crossing over. It looked like a soft hit. He gets 9 somehow, and a great piece of wood in front. This should be a layup. Daly for another mark for 3 in a row. 7, the 8 goes, the 10 does not somehow. Wow.
Just a little high on that wood.
Would you have made that shot?
Yes.
You got to have that confidence if you're out there on the lanes.
A Laughlin spare. He's got 3 marks in 4 boxes.
Probably the biggest thing for me as far as my bowling career would have been the Youth Bowling Council that we had in Canada when I was younger.
AYB?
AYB, yeah. We called it the YBC because I'm a little older than everybody else.
Laughlin 54 and a ball through 4, by the way. Go ahead.
But the organization was fantastic. They would have the 3 steps to stardom where you bowled in the zone, in the provincial, and then your senior or your national championship.
Daily at 10, 56 through 4.
That's probably the biggest downfall is that for Canada is that our kids are not getting an organization like that to participate in.
Do you have any videos of you on YouTube? Any videos of you at all? On YouTube?
I have the house record here at Fairlanes, and the last string of my house record is on YouTube.
Yes, and Mark shouted that out. 494?
Yes, I choked, and you can get 500.
Last. What, on a mark on the 30th or whatever?
No, I threw 2 marks going out. I just didn't have enough pins to get there.
Nothing wrong with that. How many bowlers can say that?
And fortunately, the gentleman next to me here got our 2007, our final world title match on YouTube.
On Candlepin Bowling Network, you can see for yourself.
Aaron Spear 6, 2, 4, 7, 10. I like the wood behind. They're 25 through 2, going over 2 in a row. He goes left, won't get it. 2 left, 6 right. Chris Drover, 6-10 start, only 3 in that first ball. Took out the 4, 7, 8. Second ball goes right. He has the 1, 2, and the wobbling 5 behind the 1. Fontaine trying to get at least 1 here. A tricky dribbles out of bounds for a 9. 34 through 3 in the first of 3. The opening round playoffs. Drover missed for an 8.
Chris looks like he's pushing a little bit. He needs to relax and just let his ball do the work.
22, 24 through 3. So how do you counsel somebody in your team like that?
Just a pat in the back, a little support. Remind him that he's in the match for a reason. That he's, you know what I mean, just to keep doing what he's done all week.
How about the young balls? Young balls especially, as soon as you get discouraged, they get taken out or don't play much at all.
That's his father, Bert, who we used to call Animal. That going up there and just give him a little hand on the shoulder, just telling him to relax.
There's a Canadian bucket shot, the bucket shot, right? You call it in Canada?
Yes, the diamond.
How'd that come about, the bucket shot? Is that a diamond? No, the 9's behind the 3.
No, the 10 pins there, so it's not the...
The bucket's the 5-pack like that, right?
Yep, that's
so. How'd the nickname come about?
I'm not sure.
The older gentleman had told me about that a couple years ago. He's here this week too sometime.
And in 10 pin, the diamond is the bucket.
Aaron not happy with that one. Grandson of the Hall of Famer Tom Ulster.
Also called Animal on some occasions.
Oh, wow, I didn't realize that.
Well, or certainly acted like one.
Drover connects. He's all pumped up.
No. Like I said, just a little pat in the back from his father.
Spare on the board. Needed that one. 34 and a ball through 4. Fontaine, 10 and 9.
And now he feels better.
Yes.
43 through 4. Quick update from Greg.
Remember to keep an eye on the yellow numbers to the right of the scoreboard there. You see, yeah, that's a pumped up reaction if I've ever seen one. Keep an eye on the yellow numbers to the right of the scoreboard, the Canadian little smudges there. That'll tell you the true nature of the lead. Sure, 18 pins up for Academy Lanes right now, but 3 open spares for Canada 5 as they try to pare this down.
Got up by French fries from Ebola walking by. It's like it's too nervous to eat right now.
You can only get 10, not 15 on a spare, but still, that's a ton of help.
Appreciate the thought, though. Here's the Terminator, Charles Collins. There's an 8.5. 5 wiggling 9 to the right. Wood rolling away to the right.
In Canada, and 5 pin, the max score is 450 because you could get 15 points from the pins.
Greg Lynn, a 4-2 washout. Third box, first string, Fairlanes in Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada. The World's Championship playoffs underway, opening round of 4. Collins missed the object pin. Do you try to cut this, split the uprights in that 2-pin like that, the angle pin, or do you try to go outside?
I honestly, I just play top pin and let the ball do the work. Sometimes you try to be too fancy or too direct, you end up missing the shot completely.
Collins at 10, Glenn an 8.
If you focus on being on the object pin, you've got a good chance of making the shot.
Charles 36. Glenn 27 through 3. A great match. Canada 5 was under 500 the first day. They went 26-0 at one streak at one point. Collins, nice ball. It's 8.5 again. The 6 goes with a 9. It wants to. It will not. Got to hit him, Charles. Glenn off to the right, just 6. 5 behind the 1, hiding 1, 2, 4 in front. That's a tough one to make.
Could you do me a favor, Rob, and pass me those binoculars? I got to squint at the telescores. Chat's warning me I've gotten off a pin somehow.
Collins, high piece of wood. No problem, spare. Second spare. 46 the ball through 4, chopping out the 2. Oreo cookie shot, I call it the Oreo cakester. Got the middle cream, left the wafers on the outside.
Drover was 1 pin too high. Thank you very much, JJ and Brett.
Lynn hits the 1, slides around for an 8. 35 through 4. Substitution policy, Greg, please.
Substitutions can happen before box 7. And, yeah, I think it moved down to box 7 this year. I haven't gotten confirmation on that. And never on a mark.
Wow, that's the first. It used to be when the last time I was in the tournament, it was box 5.
Yeah. They did it last year in the mixed worlds, too, because I guess the thinking is they do every 2 boxes, so why do 5th and you bowl in 2 at a time? Make it 6. Makes sense.
Yep, I agree.
Nice little round numbers.
Corey Packett, 28 through 2. Also 28 through 2 for Andrew Murphy. On the crossover, here's our friendly bucket shot. That's your homework assignment, Rob.
Yes.
Find out how that came about.
Absolutely.
No pressure.
I'll try to find out before the end of the match.
No problem.
The lost history of Candlepin bowling, which
Yes, stand put.
which Academy bowler Nick Norcross, yes, he is on Academy, contributes a lot too.
Chris Murphy, mirror side bucket. Let's go off the bucket shot. It must be in Canada. Oh, it's a diamond, right?
Now it's a diamond.
Packard. Murphy doing the moonwalk by Michael Jackson there in that first ball. Shuffling back. Murphy was spare, missed the king, the 5. The hard one to get usually is the 8 pin, isn't it usually there?
Yes.
Packett trying to clean it up. He gets a 9. 37 through 3 in the first.
So while we're a little pause before the bowlers throw their next frame, so our first world title was in 1999 in Halifax.
Fairlanes?
In Fairlanes.
Mm-hmm.
Second world title, we actually, in 2001, we went to the finals.
Who'd you play at Fairlanes?
It was the first All-Canadian, we played at Dartmouth Bowlerdrome. It was the first All-Canadian final in the history of the tournament.
After the Americans took the first 4.
After the Americans took the first 15 of 16.
And you said, not so fast, we're here.
So after that, we went down to Bangor and made the playoffs, but weren't fortunate enough to defend our title. In 2001, we bowled against Charles Milam in Charlie's only world title win. We lost in the final to Maine Heat and then won 4 consecutive titles. I believe to tie the record for the tournament.
And who'd you beat during that? I know it's in the trophy. I just forget offhand.
So in 2002, we beat Maria Sub, one of the classiest teams in the history of the tournament.
Absolutely.
Craig Holbrook, Jimmy Powers, Bobby Wickham, John Lang at the time, Rich Bogano. Just a class act and a real credit to the game.
Yeah, 2 great Hall of Famers.
Unbelievable.
Good.
And then 2003, back in Halifax, we defeated the New Hampshire All-Stars. Mike Poulin was the captain of the team at the time.
Hall of Fame eligible, the 2027 class being nominated by Gary Duffett.
Another unbelievably classy
Harris
bowler.
goes for all 10, strike.
What a great ball by Danny Harris.
Matt Schultz on the left side, just 4. Continue.
And fantastic. We bowled a semifinal match. We were down 50 pins to a team comprised of Gary Carrington, Dave Richards, Jeff Surratt, Chris Boisvert, Chris Sargent, Sean Baker, just a tremendous team. We were down 50 going into the last frame of the semifinal. They had 650 and we had 750 to beat them by 50.
Wow.
In my opinion, outside of the match that we won the World Championships against Maria Sub, one of the best matches in the history of the tournament. Moved on after that semifinal to play New Hampshire and Mike Poulin and defeated them in the final. In Bangor the next year, another All-Canadian final, first one on American soil. Another great ball by Danny Harris.
Is that the one where Chip Carson had a half Worcester? Is that the one?
Nope,
that was a different one.
No, different one. That was the year that we didn't make it. I believe that was 2000 when you had to win the half Worcester to lose by a pin.
Yeah. Harris, fair and strike. Big 20, 47 through 3, 57 the ball through 4. Wow.
You'd hardly be back halfway back to Worcester at that point, but still.
Maddie's just got to hit the front pin here and let the ball do the work.
Do you try to go angle right or you just try to hit the other?
I just try to hit it all depends. On a shot like this, you're just trying to hit the front one. Let the wood do the work.
Yeah.
I would maybe try to be inside.
Is there especially, because if you don't want to go too full, obviously, is there a trick you use to get like in the pocket?
I looked at the boards when I bowled. I didn't look at the pins. So I might cut a board in half just of where I would throw the ball normally for a pocket hit. I might just move a board one way or another to try to maybe create a different angle of my ball coming in.
Let's get an update from Greg Gouillart. Every 2 completed boxes.
Four marks to 2 for Academy Lanes in that last exchange there. So now they lead by 29 pins in the match right now. Pinning, Academy Lanes has only left 6 pins standing on the plate in the first 20 boxes. 6 in the last 20, that's still quite impressive.
Well, the third ball is what wins you matches like this.
Laughlin 9 in the fill, 63 through 4. Josh Dell at 56 through 4, coming in a 4-2 washout. Now, do you try to tip that wood or you just throw at the pin?
Yeah, I
would
would
go left, obviously.
I would throw it right at the pin, and if it tips the wood, that's great. What I worry about with Mark's ball, it's a little bit slower, and that wood might be a detriment if he hits it on the edge.
But it goes
Straight
anyway.
back.
It was actually an 8 dropped on a 9, my mistake. I couldn't see the 8 behind the 2. Way
Great
up
ball
here,
by
high in
Josh,
the
too.
perch.
Great ball by Josh.
I'm like Johnny Most, high above court side. The old Celtics announcer, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
62 through 4, 72 the ball through 5, after a great start.
Careful, Paul, don't make it the second broken chair this week.
No, not mine. I didn't break the first one.
Yeah, that was Bob.
At the
Executive producer,
Airbnb. Daily ski ball shot going with a 50 to 100 points, 0 points.
There was a tongue-in-cheek comment made earlier about, like, on one hand, I wish I had streaming earlier because then we'd chronicle all the bowling. On the other, man, the antics and the trash talk, I'm not so sure about that.
Oh, no, I probably wouldn't have been. I probably would have gotten edited a lot.
Did you sing a lot when you bowled? Were you one of those guys that sang?
No, I wouldn't. I did not sing. But I.
What can you say in polite company about what you said there?
My language was colorful. My approach to the game was colorful.
Laughlin crossed over 8 in the spare, 9, even better. The wood tips down the king.
What a contrast in styles. We've got both left-handers. One throws just a hammer ball, and Mark just lays it in there. And what a great match between these two bowlers.
How do you play the wood here? Middle wood.
Mark's got the much tougher shot.
Middle wood, red line.
Josh has got it easy. I just think he's got to go at the 7-pin.
Oh, rolled away. Tough break. Daly for a spare. Got it.
Sometimes you got to play the hard shot in the nose that's right at that 7-pin. That was the shot to make that spare.
Josh 75 and a ball through 6.
It is noteworthy. O'Loughlin has 6 for 6 on the head pin. That little candy cane red and yellow stripe there's nothing standard about that in American or Canadian notation, but yellow head pin bricks indicate head pin hits and red indicate head pin splits. That's a notation that a lot of bowlers are focusing on recently with trying to focus on the first ball. So that helps you, the viewer, understand that. Although it's just a question of, I mean, obviously we're all aiming for the head pin there, but maybe it's an overrated stat, or maybe that might make a big difference in how you score later on in the match.
A Paul Grant special, missed the second, make the third.
Sorry, it was the time for that.
Yeah, an old bowler used to tell me the big dogs walk down the middle of the street and the little dogs are on the sidewalk. You got to hit the head pin to score.
Chris drove a 5 in the spare, 38 through 4 in the first of 3. 1, 3, 6, 4, 7
Good
left.
to see you, bud.
Aaron Fontaine, wood in front of the 6-10. Now, this gets a little tricky sometimes, this wood.
I'm trying to look and see what's behind there. Is there a nose wood behind that flat wood?
Nope.
Okay, no, he's red line.
Actually, there is a piece behind there, isn't there?
Well, there is a vertical piece, like it's hiding there.
That might make it tricky.
It goes anyway,
Pound
spare.
through.
Candlepin has the lead and the marks. They're pouring them on. They got 4 on the board to none. Drover chops out the 4 for a tough 7. 45 half. Will he stay in?
Maybe so. He stepped off the approach right here. It's still his turn.
I kind of think it's time for a change. I don't know if they have anybody warmed up, but Chris has been struggling with his first
Bobby
ball.
Kite's replacing him.
Yeah.
Bobby Kite in for Chris Drover, who had a spare 5 at 5 under par.
There is a warm-up room available in lanes 25 through 36 here at Fairlanes, Moncton, but I assume the bowler's got a lot of practice in beforehand. Bobby's ready to go here.
Candlepin Lane's up 9 with 4 marks to none, all spares on the board.
Bobby comes from a long line of bowling in Cape Breton. His father was a dynamite bowler.
5 up, 5 down, 8 behind the 2. Here's Aaron Fontaine on the bonus. Another good ball as usual. 7, wobbling 5 holds. 4, the 2 is the middle pin, the object pin, 4 to the left. Spare 7, 60 half, 6-0. Kite trying to pull it apart. Missed everything.
Tough coming in off the bench, especially your first frame. Bobby will get it going.
Trisha D'Agostino.
Up the wall, got it! He goes back to back, 70 the ball through 6. The Academy killing the marks, 4-0. Kite takes an 8 off the bench, 53 through 6.
We've been having a lot of fun with Rob Purcell. Trisha D'Agostino says hi. Mr. Bernacci says hi. Yes.
He has a 231 in the Worlds, right?
Steve Guzzi says hi. Good to see you all. Sorry if I missed anyone.
What's your highest score you got in the Worlds yourself in singles?
In the Worlds?
You had the 493, you said, right?
I had a 193 in the playoffs in Bangor. Would be my high single at the Worlds. My high single of my career is 203.
How many 200s do you have in your career?
2.
Collins on a spare. Glenn takes 6 down. Collins slides right to left, off to the right, sizzles 6, 1, 2, 4, 10, 16 bucks, 52 through 4 for Academy Lanes. Brad 2 on the arch pin, 2 full, tough break. Collins can't reach the 10.
I should go over the playoff bracket in just a moment, if I may.
Sure.
Pinning important here. This is for a possible 3-pin game.
This is bad.
Collins takes a 10.
Or
62 half.
Indeed. So that's buys went to Drywall Concepts in the left division and Exeter's Lucky Strike in the right division. That coveted 2-round bye, so there'll be second match tomorrow. Fenway Academy's second left playing Able Evolve Realty in the right. Able Evolve Realty had to go from right to left, of course. A Plus Accounting in the left division, third there, hosting Central Park Lanes. Kingswood Bulletproof over to Outlaw Rides, who was third in the right division, and Canada 5 at Academy Lanes, you see here, 5th and 2nd.
Collins going for the strike, almost.
2 divisions of 12 teams. Match points determined it before. Now it's just straight up total pinfall.
Canada 5 needs to start to put some marks on the board.
That's one way for it. 6, 7, 9, and 10.
A little discussion whether he should play the wood or the pin.
Collins also goes from left to right on the ball. Did your ball turn left to right or right to left?
I did both. I could throw it under or I could throw it over, and I changed throughout my career.
Interesting. Including changing it up midstring?
No.
This shot is missed, though.
No, I never did that. Charlie just got a little too far to the left.
Very few bowlers would do that. I can think of Lou Alberghini, who was eccentric enough to try that. Obviously, there'd be a question of handicapping league averages as well for anyone who switches up their approach partway through.
Thank Krista for making the Candlepin for Cancer merchandise. We're selling a license plate just now to a bowler here in Canada. $5. That will go. All that money will go to Candlepin for Cancer. All $15. Canadian dollars, that is.
While I have a minute, I'd be remiss not to mention the other guys that were on our World Championship teams. Because if I don't, I'm probably going to get some nasty emails. But without them, we wouldn't be as successful as we were. Sean O'Flaherty, Pat Burchell, Tim Kerrigan, Barry Soward, Stevie Webb, Dougie Blackler, Chris Hallett, Davey Somerton, Tony McLaughlin, Ian Niven. All incredible guys.
And there's our first banana split. Where's Casey McCool? Lakeside Lanes, Manchester, New Hampshire. Always hungry, always growling. Can you do a grr like that? Greg? Wow. Interesting wood. Now, this is tough. You go red line here on the left?
It won't take the 7-pin if he hits the red line. This is going to be, he's almost better off playing the 2 pins without the wood. I would play the nose and see what I can get moving.
Ooh, we'll never know. Get up there and show us how you do it.
That is.
I wish I could.
That is not the outcome I expected on that shot.
Packet for the 6-pin. It's fair. 57 the ball at the half.
Corey Packard has such a wicked backswing here, and sometimes I wonder if a lot of bowlers are opening themselves up to, a lot of the similar Tommy John issues that literally Tim Hazer in New England Flooring had to go through. It's something like that, but I wonder if some bowlers have such a wicked dynamic delivery that I wonder is sustainable over the long term. Although, of course, with a 3-time champion Corey Packer, it can't be that bad, I guess.
It just depends. Really, it just depends on if there's a hitch in your style. That if your arm swing is smooth, you probably have less shoulder problems. If there's a little bit more of a hitch in your shoulder, maybe you might create a problem for yourself.
Murphy's footing 2-4 in the 6 to his right, losing his mind.
Mark Smith says hello.
Mark Hollywood-Smith. Hello, Mark Hollywood-Smith. Corey Packard slides 9 on the spare. 66 half. What have we got the nickname from, Mark Hollywood-Smith?
I think some guy named Paul.
A lot of Pauls in the world, you know.
Who could that be?
I'll tell you the story about that in a minute. I don't want to get in Rainy up parade. You're the special guest here.
Greg Packer, good to see you. A fan in Queensland we have, actually. Queensland, Australia, who watches our programs as well.
It's Wednesday in Australia, isn't it? You're in the future, like you're in year 25, like Zager and Evans, right?
It's Saturday.
It's 14 hours ahead. Packard spare again. Murphy a 9. 66 through 6, Packard's corner. 76 in the ball through 6 in the first of 3. Greg with a quick update.
Yeah, 3 of those corners on the score sheet for him. Marks, let's see here. Marks are 14-9 for Academy Lanes, and they still have left a single-digit number of pins on the plate.
Canada 5 took a quick early lead, but Academy Lane's like, hey, we lost 8 to extra lanes to lose number 1 seed, that 2-run bye. We're going to take it on you tonight.
Absolutely. You have to wonder if they were going to come out flat or if they were going to come out like they have today.
Yeah, stacked. Canada 5, no slouch. Harris 9. How about 10? A wiggle.
They
Have
just
we
keep
seen a
getting
strike
nines.
this match? Have we seen a strike this match?
Yeah, you got a strike before that one. Strike in the 9.
That's it, but that's the lone one.
3,
That's the lone one,
66
yeah.
through 4. We saw a lot in the Worlds last year at Academy Lanes. It's like, what, 30 in the first string alone combined?
Yeah.
Crazy. Schultz, 2 full. Tough break.
Remember, we weirdos put it into 2 corners like that.
Harris, no problem. Spare, another one. He's
You guys
got
aren't
3
weird,
in a
you're just
row.
different.
What was
A
that?
perfect
You're
start.
not weird, you're just different.
We highlighted Canadian scoring notation on Monday for anyone curious.
Schultz at 10, 60 at the half. There was a commercial. It was a Skippy or GF, one of those commercials. You're weird. He said, yeah, but I make a great peanut butter sandwich. I thought it was a dumb commercial, but they're the worst ones out there anyway. Did you emulate anybody, your style? Was it your own style?
It was definitely my own style, but I always tried to emulate how people acted on the lanes. Hal Peterson was my hero. He was the guy that I tried to emulate with his intensity.
You mean he swore like you did all the time?
No, he was a little bit more quieter than me. How would you know I swore?
You just told me you did. I got a good memory for things that don't really matter. Nothing important. Continue.
No, over the years, you take a little piece of everybody and try to apply it to your own game to make yourself better.
Oh, feel breeze back here in that one. Schultz thought he had it. Harris, 4 in the field, another one.
Great shot.
4 in a row, the hard
Great
way. 80 half, 90 the ball through 6, killing it.
Wow.
Schultz an 8. Harry gave him a wow earlier. 68 through 6 on Candlepin Bowling Network. Back to the top of the order. Update for Greg Gouillart.
That was into the 1-3 pocket there as we go back to the top as soon as my graphics cooperate. 382 to 52 pins and 3 extra marks up. The only thing about this is that this is a 3-string mega behemoth, folks. Of course, it's just about total pinfall.
Yeah, Academy Lanes is starting to build a lead, though. That'll hold up for a while.
Head pin accuracy is about comparable. Only 3 more for Academy Lanes. It's just the rest that's the issue.
What a luxury of Josh Daly, a top bowler. 8 in the fill, 83 through 6. Mark O'Loughlin, triangle plus the 10.
Josh is a lot of fun to watch. Great style.
Front of the spare, he missed right.
Mark up high maybe and get the wood spinning. Maybe he goes down to the left and tries to spin it over.
Can't reach the 10. Now, when he throws the ball soft, it's obviously a disadvantage as far as spinning action goes, right? Do you have to play it differently as a slower bowler, as a faster bowler?
Absolutely.
Throwing it harder, I mean?
Absolutely.
Different part of the wood?
Yep. Well, same thing. A slower bowler may try to make cut shots instead of playing on the outside, where for me, if I realize that I'm on a lanes where the walls are good, I may play it on the outside and try to snap the pins over it on a split shot.
Each of the 10 that time. Bobby Henderson, special guest here with myself and Greg Gouillart on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube in high definition. Over 2,300 videos, soon 2,400 videos, over 5,200 subscribers, always free, never a charge. Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Tell your friends, tell your family. It's always on YouTube, always, without a charge. Daly triangle.
Anywhere on the wood for Mark. We'll go.
Daly missed right. Two missed chances.
Slid right on both his attempts.
Look at him. He's so happy. Just so elated with the way that went.
Reminds me of somebody I know.
Is there a mirror here? O'Loughlin spare. They're trying to get back in it. Don't forget, it's a 3-string total pinfall. No points for string. Daly a 9.
This is an extremely good string by O'Loughlin amid it all, even though Academy Lanes is routing them.
111 on the ball for O'Loughlin. 102 through 8 for Josh Daly. It's 409, 350.
As he was walking down the street. Currently 59 pins plus an extra. So we talked about one difference in Worlds in terms of okay, the trash talk was one thing back then. Anything else you've noticed about in terms of just, the intensity level seems pretty comparable between nowadays otherwise than that
Fontaine
as well.
with the pushes 7 down. On the spare, after a spare 7, spare 9, 79 through 6. A strike.
That's our second strike of the match by Bobby Kite.
You spoke up. They must have heard you. They got the memo. Off the bench, Bobby Kite.
It's like out of hockey game. Come on, hit something.
There was a little more. There was probably a little more intensity to the trash talking.
There another one, 3 in a row. 89 the ball through 7.
If you ask a lot of the older American bowlers, they would tell you that a lot of the Canadian bowlers would be trash talking while they were throwing the ball when they were in their approach, trying to throw them off. It was something that I grew up with in Canada, so you acclimated to it a little bit quicker, and you realized the people that were going to be there trying to say things to you to try to mess up your game. That was one thing that I don't see now. There's not as much of that anymore. If the games got close, there'd be somebody right behind you talking to you, trying to make you miss a shot.
There was an incident recently where one bowler in the so-called Atlantic Candlepin singles tour, the singles competition, got very upset.
Double for
Double
Bobby.
strike! Wow,
Double for
Bobby
Bobby.
off the bench.
What a
Comes
time
through.
for that. What a time for that.
Always a good time for a double strike.
Yeah, absolutely, but Bobby just came off the bench after Chris was struggling.
Look at them. Look at them. They are pumped.
Sometimes you just need a spark off the bench.
That's
Fontaine
right.
almost stole it. Spare 5, 94 through 7.
But yeah, he was so upset about it. I think he was, I'm not sure he borderline claimed it was interference there, but he was just very upset with him. And he was on a double strike, come to think of it.
Aaron 9, 103 through 8.
I'm very upset that he got disrupted on his approach. So it's just a cultural difference there. And, it did create a controversy in the league as well about what to do about that.
When you get a double strike, Robbie, did you sit down, do you think about it, or you just relax and just not think about it? Or do you put too much pressure on yourself sometimes?
No, on a double strike, my only thought is just hit the front one. Just hit the front one. And if you do that, good things happen.
How many strikes have you thrown in a row?
At the Worlds, I've thrown 5 in a row before. In my leagues, I've thrown 6.
Once?
Once.
What was your streak? That was the 200?
No. For my 200
203?
string, I had 6. But I threw 5 at the end of the game in the Worlds once, and I wasn't having a great match, but ended up having like a 170.
By the way, I just want to apologize.
Peter Woods in relief, by the way.
Thank you
for
very
Brad
much.
Glenn. He gets Nate Phil, 60 through 6. Collins, a clip-wing eagle after the clean eagle.
He's going to need a little help here. He's going to need to be high on that front wood.
Public apologies to JJ's dirty slots. I think I got you blocked
just
by
missed.
accident. Really apologize for doing that. I'll unblock you for the playoffs tomorrow. Very sorry.
Collins,
What a
nice
shot.
out for a 9.
What a shot.
80 through 7 for the Terminator.
It's just a 9, Rob. What's the big deal?
Peter Wood 9, 69 through 7 on Candlepin Bowling Network. String 1 of 3 opening round playoffs tomorrow. We do it again, our final day. Quarters, semis, and finals right here on your home for all things Candlepin Bowling. Candlepin Bowling Network and YouTube will be on Facebook as well.
Obviously, I was being facetious there, Rob.
Absolutely. That a 9 to get a 9 after a split like that on your third ball.
Collins 1-3 in the 7. Peter Wood crossing over. He gets 6, maybe.
7.
7, hopefully. Yes, he heard it. Good call.
Get over!
The advantage of the flat channels help a lot. 3-6-10. Collins can take advantage. He does not.
Big spot for Peter Wood here.
Ryan Drago, one of our American bowlers, asks, are you still bowling?
He hit the cap instead.
The ball almost went back and carried it, but just missed.
Calls a 10, 90 through 8 in the first of 3. Peterwood trying to match the box and get to 79 through 8 off the bench.
So, yeah, are you still bowling these days?
No, about 10. Well, my last 2013 here was my last tournament.
No going 9, 78 through 8.
A ball in the gutter stays in the gutter, even if it comes literally out.
Do you teach kids here now in the Saturday program here now? They have back?
No, I live about 45 minutes away. I don't really, there's no lanes in my area anymore. I had hip surgery in 2015, and the surgeon basically told me that my career was done.
Well, you're still hip with it, I think. You don't do hula hoop anymore, huh?
No, I do
no
not.
No more Hawaii 5-0 hula dances?
No, but I'm still hip because guys like you are making Candlepin bowling accessible.
Corey Packard, 2-4 in the 6. That's on a spare 7 after a spare 9.
And that's Outlaw Rides making a lot of noise.
83 through 6. Now, did people consider that poor sportsmanship when you guys chirped like that back then?
That was just the way everybody did it. That was just the normal. That was normal for us.
They get mad at me when I get excited on a call. You guys are 10 times louder than me down there in these matches. Packard just slipped inside.
Three strings total pinfall. It's as simple as that at this stage. Little point counter went away.
He grabs it, spare. Murphy, back to back, make it 3. Back to back, 3 in a row. Is it right? Hold on, wrong scoreboard.
Wrong score. Oh, I'm on the. No, I'm right. I'm right.
So 1 spare now. I look at the wrong scoreboard. Sorry.
8 boxes there. Yeah.
I'm up in this chair, up high. I have to look down. It's hard to see it sometimes. 76 in the ball through 7. 1 in the row.
Geez, Academy Lanes is up 60 pins, but they're open 4 times to 1 here for Canada 5, starting to mount a little bit of comeback.
Including 2 strikes for Bobby Kite.
On the head pin, it's 9. Friendly Wood up high on that 6.
Thank God my graphics are readable.
Murphy crosses over off the wall, 7, 2, wobbling 7, 8 behind the 2. Wood to maybe help.
He's looking good, 1 pin to hit. Both have 1 pin to hit. Murphy's on that top pin. The Wood behind should carry both pins behind in the back.
Get the wrong name up there, I think. Packard spare.
Yep, excuse me.
101 on the ball in the 8th. Spare 7 for Murphy. 83 through 7 for another one. Oh, he got it! Wow, what a shot on the comeback, Wood.
Great shot.
93 in the ball through 8. Don't you just love Candlepin bowling?
So why didn't it go cleaner? Hey, it's a spare. It's a great shot by Murphy. Why were the pins so persnickety was my issue. The ball went wide and the Wood diverged around, but then eventually came off the wall.
53 pin lead for the defending champs Academy Lanes in the green shirts on lane 14. Danny Harris having a great string. 6 more. Make it 7. 1, 3, 6. 97 through 6. He's going for 5 in a row. Schultz, 6-1 washout.
Danny Harris is both the jokester and one of the most solid bowlers on the team.
For another one, of course! 107 in the ball through 7. Wow!
Any class clowns like that on the McLaughlin crew?
Oh, Sean O'Flaherty.
Schultz.
Absolutely.
The Wood rolls to the 5. Can get to the 7. Will not. Great effort.
Sean would have a pair of size 17 bowling shoes. And every once in a while, when a pin would come out up the lane, he would put the size 17 on and walk down to get the pin.
I think the most similar antic is Academy Lane's Jack Berrigan. He's the one with the flowing hair and the gray hoodie there. He'll be glad to show that off the next time he has to Deadwood chase.
At 10.
Sean would get down to the pin, and then he would put the shoe in front of the pin, and the pin would disappear because the shoe was so big.
Schultz 310s last 4, 78 through 7, the first of 3 on Candlepin Bowling Network.
But we know how object permanence works. Pin wilts and back 14 has to re-rack.
Biggest frame to be open is the 8th for any anchor man or any team. Having guys open in the 8th can change a match.
Reset in lane 14. Harris filling another mark. Spare 7, 10, strike, spare 9, spare 4, spare 7, spare. What's next? Another good ball. This time he splits 3 and 1. Welcome back to earth.
Just a little fall.
113 through 7. Now, people get taken out of the lineup sometimes. They punch out a lot. Is there a reason why they do that sometimes? When you're on the head pin, it's just like, is you a fall? You're punching? You have to make the adjustment?
It's just a little adjustment, that's all.
Oh, he got
What
it
a
anyway!
shot.
Wow! Nico highlight reel!
Doesn't really matter if you punch out if you can make shots like that.
Wow! Unstoppable! 6 in a row! 1:23 and a ball in the 8th. Harris time. Justin was hurting, limping around. Too bad for him, but what a luxury to have their team. They're stacked deep. Matt Schultz picks it up. That's a 10. 8's the Wild. 8-8-8, 88 through 8. Canada 5 needs to have a big finish here. They don't want to get a big hole going in the middle string. Greg Gouillart will call that second string. I'll be checking other matches. Hey, you want to try some play-by-play?
Maybe to start the second match. How about that?
Oh, I want to be here when you do it, though. I'll be getting scores. You want to try it?
Sure, I'll try it.
No pressure. Ladies and gentlemen, 6-time world champion Robbie Henderson on the play-by-play.
Bowler on the right, O'Loughlin's going to go first. He's open on a mark. He's on the top pin. Oh, great ball, terrible break. Leaves the 5-7. Got Josh Daly. Wood still working for him.
119 through 8 for O'Loughlin.
Tough shot here for Mark. He's going to have to hit it on the outside of the 5 and cut it over into the 7.
Is that wood to the right any good? That far
If
right?
he comes off the cap, he might get a little bit lucky, and the angle will push it into the 5 pin and maybe slide over to the 7. Josh just got to be on the top pin. Lots of good coverage. Oh, great try. Wow, little thin. That's an unfortunate break.
He may have gone on the right side of the wood there and somehow catapulted the front pin as well. Hard to see in real time what exactly happened, which is why I probably should have hit the replay button. Next time.
Josh throws the ball so hard that pin just chipped out on him.
Let's pause. 13.16 and 18 seconds for station ID from Greg Gouillart.
Hi, this is Candlepin Bowling Network. I'm Greg Gouillart. That's Rob Henderson. And that's Paul Grant. Oh, we're here on Facebook and YouTube. Left Division coverage as well. What is that? That's Fenway Academy and Evolve over there on YouTube. Either way, please like the video and hit the thumbs up button. Like the video by hitting the thumbs up button if you're logged in.
Great
that way
ball
more
by
people
Mark.
can see it.
Mark's been on the top pin all game. Down to the right on the outside of the 3 pin for Josh.
Yeah, sorry I didn't mark it. I think you're right.
It's too bad that scoreboards are smudged like that. I know it's expensive to put a scoreboard system in here, but boy, that'd be something, wouldn't it? You'd have that. Some scoreboards have electronic. They're hard to read, like the old Leader Lane scoreboards, almost impossible to
Great
read.
ball by Mark. Just a little full on the top pin.
But it'd be nice to have it, but what was the hardest shot you ever made, you think, in your career, looking back? How many years did you bowl before you got injured?
Oh, jeez. Let's just say from when I was a kid, 1977 till 2013. Hardest shot I ever made was against Craig Holbrook, and the Americans call it the Caleri.
4 horsemen and an inner pin.
In Maine, I call it the Christy Hapworth Special.
It was a hard shot because it was the last frame of the World Final, and we were tied.
Double strike time for Bobby Kite. And now, Rob, you get to call your first double strike call. You're doing great.
All Bobby's got to worry about is getting it on that top pin and letting the ball do the work.
The highlight of your career.
We'll get back to that comment about your 4 horsemen plus in a minute.
Absolutely. Is Aaron open? Is Aaron open as well?
No.
Nope, Aaron's not open.
It's funny, open in the States means not in a mark. Canada means you're filling a mark.
That's correct.
Can we all get along?
Oh, Bobby.
Oh.
Look, Bobby just tried to do a little too much there, and ball slid down to the left. 4 on his first ball.
77 through 7. Through 6, rather.
Oh.
What are you going to say about that shot? What do you call that?
That's a hammer.
That means 3 words. What's it mean?
That's a hammer.
Bombs away, baby.
Bombs away, baby.
I got to work on you.
Yes, you did. Well, give me some time. Oh, there it is. There's a good bounce back. 9 on the second strike for Bobby.
96 through 7. Is that right? 96? No, 96 through. Oh, missed that. Through 8, rather.
Through 8.
77 through 7, 96 through 8.
He's doing a great job coming off the bench for Chris Drover.
Asterisk indicate substitutions on the screen.
All right, Fontaine, let's talk about that shot you made again now.
So, as I say, the Caleri, we were tied. Craig Holbrook and I were tied going into the last frame of the world final. I'm trying to think. I had the Caleri. He hit the head pin on the first on his first ball and left the 5-8-10. No wood. He makes the 5-8-10.
Wow.
I make the Caleri. He goes down and slides off to the side and gets 4. I throw my first ball and get 7. And it's our second world title.
How many pins you win by?
4.
Wow. I mean, that's 5-8-10 without wood. That's amazing.
Amazing. You should have been standing next to it. Great shot, Bobby.
1, 3, 6, and 7.
Spare. The 10th, 115 the ball.
Put the 1-2 for the spare, and it carries.
Big 20, spare and strike.
Great
123 through 9. 133 in the ball. The 10th for Aaron. Austin Fontaine.
Great job by Aaron. Great job by Aaron coming home to limit the damage that Bobby's double strike did.
I'm sure teams feared you when you started winning. Now, when you look for Canada 5, they've got nothing to lose, obviously, against a team like Academy. But if you're the captain of the team, how do you encourage them? You know mentally it's going to be a tough match. How do you coach the team up? How do you pump them up?
I would just make sure that their energy stayed high and that. Right. And just remember that they're never out of the match.
Height 9, Phil, 124, stringing off the bench. Aaron a 4, Phil, 137 first. All right, you're going to finish the rest of the string play-by-play, I insist.
No problem.
You left it light there, so 5 pins picked up for Kite on the end.
And I'll leave you 2 to yourself. I'll go check scores after the first string and join you afterwards.
Greg and I have been waiting for some alone time.
Yes, indeed. Just what I've been waiting for the whole time.
That didn't come out right.
Anyway. Pete Wood, by the way, Moncton Fairlanes has been such amazing hosts of, the bowlers in this tournament, and the Woods have done a fantastic job. I always say fantastic, but I mean it from the bottom of my heart. It's, what that is.
You said you wait for a long time with Greg. What's it say about me? Take a hike.
Paul, this is my moment. Barry Wood, Pete Wood, and Dakota Wood they've been very helpful, including providing this DJ booth so you guys get the high above courtside as it is view of lanes 13 and 14 and whatever else we can cover. We'll probably just cover the match that's on this pair of lanes all the way through, including all day Saturday, starting 9 a.m. Atlantic, 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
And Greg, you've only mentioned about half of the Wood family who are all have been a great family involved in Candlepin bowling and promoting Candlepin bowling for a long, long time. So it's nice to see them get some recognition for all the contributions they've made.
Should be Hall of Famers of some sort. I know the ICBA a fraught relation with the Canadian centers at the current moment, but
I think
as it is, they deserve their prestige.
That's been ongoing for a while, I think.
Yeah, including discussion about the flat gutters, of course.
Well, when you play the spread eagle, you're a right-hander, right?
Yes.
So how do you play with the 3-6-10? Do you go with the 2-4-7 with your ball? Do you go 2-4-7?
Well, I would go with the 3 on the right because I threw the ball under. So I wanted cutting from left to right.
Where he goes left to right in that one.
Right.
How many spread eagles you made, you said, without wood, you think? Without wood. If you had a guess, that's guesstimate.
Do you have any easier questions?
He'll ask it again later, don't worry.
I am a reporter. Edwin, that's a tough question. But no, I don't put you on the spot, obviously, if you think.
All right. Now
I try to dig deep.
I missed more than I made.
Instead of like, what is your favorite ice cream flavor?
That's right.
You know? What is your favorite ice cream flavor, by the way?
Vanilla.
Okay, awesome. You ever try spumoni?
No.
That's awesome.
You'll have to buy me one.
If they have one around here, they're hard to find.
On the top pin. Good ball. 8-pin break. Good wood. Anywhere below the red line. From the gutter to the red line, you should be fine.
Now, viewers don't know what you mean below the red line. Do you mean to the left or the right?
Sorry, to the right of the red line.
I know that, but viewers may not. A lot of people don't know the pin. Even the pros, some of the pros don't know the pin numbers. It's amazing.
Great ball.
He's got 3 in a row. 111 the ball in the 9th.
Academy favorite to win the string, but Canada 5 can close the gap.
Canada 5 has closed the gap. It was at one point in the first game, it was over 60 pins.
Yeah. We haven't added in the Academy score in a moment, but still, to your point, needs an out.
Now, when you get down that much after a match, I'm sure it wasn't too often for you guys. How did you pump each other up? Obviously, you know each other really well, but was there anything you'd say or just like?
Just one frame at a time. Don't look too far ahead. Just stay within yourself. Everybody don't do too much. Just do your job, right? Don't worry about what they're doing. You can only control what you can do.
Over 500 of you watching live here alongside Rob Henderson. I'm here too. I'm Greg Gouillart, and Paul Grant's on the call.
Murphy on the crossover, 6. 117 through 9. You did a great job, by the way.
Thank you.
You got a broadcasting future. Very analytical, too, like Greg. Greg can do it all. Greg's a jack of all trades. Packard 137.
Both bowlers got lots of great deadwood to work with. Murphy's on the 2 pin. That should carry through.
You are a genius.
And for Corey, as long as he's on the head pin.
Head pin perfection.
He's got a nice angled wood in between the 1-3. Oh, and he slides to the left.
Now after Andy Murphy going 0 for 6, pinned really well, 66. And after the spare 8 start, 4 in a row.
And head pin perfect, 10 for 10.
127 the ball in the 10th, trying to get it closer.
That's an uncharacteristic miss for Corey.
How much confidence does that get for a team when you're down big? Not that you were, again, experienced too many deficits, but how big of a confidence is it when you're down big and you come back like that? How much energy does that give you on the next string?
In 2003, we were down by 50 pins to an incredible team. They had a 650. We had a 750 to win the match by 50 pins. We went into the final to bowl Mike Poulin and the New Hampshire All-Stars, and we had so much energy going into that match that it was almost over before it started.
Singles champion Mike Poulin.
8
well.
fill, nice string, 135 for Andrew Murphy.
Make
And one
it.
more falls behind. Does it count?
Yes, he didn't hit the button,
He
did
stepped up the lanes, though. It still counts, right?
What? He didn't hit the button. That's the rule.
Okay, so 136, I'll take it. Welcome to Moncton.
Well, I guess that broaches the subject of lane conditions and whether you prefer your lanes fast, slow, or whether honest is fair to you.
Skill wins out no matter what. 120 average in a tough house is the same as 130 average in a fast house.
As long as you're all bowling on the same lane.
That's right. It's the same for everybody, good breaks and bad breaks.
Schultz on the head pin, 8, tough break, 6 right, 7 left. That wood gives him a chance.
Schultz needs to stem the tide here against Danny. Danny's really taking it to him this match.
1, 3, 6, 10, 4 spin right, 6 more in the fill.
That wood in the middle is might be a detriment to making this shot.
6, 7.
He wants to be on the wood and not just on the pin. A little too high.
Harris 129 through 8 for 7 in a row. Not this time. The streak ends at 6. How dare you miss a shot, Danny? What's wrong with you?
Great ball.
Still stay pin perfect, as Greg likes to say. Schultz a 9. 97 through 9. Greg has the call, the second string.
And once he gets to, if he runs it all 10, that's called a perfect game.
He just stays perfect. 10, 139 through 9. 622, 592. Candlepin's got to feel good. They've cut it to 30.
Absolutely. 30 pins is not much in a match.
No marks on the board.
They've seen some weak fills opposite and 45 bonus pins in the 7th and 8th boxes, including the Bobby Kite double.
Maria Subs lost all. There's a strike.
There's a big strike.
107 plus 2 in the 10th.
Schultz needed that to get him going for the second string.
Harris 2, 4, 7, 10. I like the wood. They give him a chance. So the wood get in the way sometimes, obviously, Robbie. How are you playing it now? Do you go outside the 2? Do you go between the 2 and the 4?
No, I would go outside with that setup, with the way the wood's laying. I'd go outside.
He goes inside, won't get it. Everything but the object, the 2.
He was trying to touch that wood and just make the 2 kick up and send the wood over into the 10 pin.
Bro made the 4, 7, 10, and no one cares. I mean, wasn't a spare.
Perfect string, 10, 149 for Danny Harris.
Great game. Great game.
Defending champions will take the first string, going to the middle string of 3. Opening round playoffs on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube in high definition. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. We're back here live tomorrow for the exciting conclusion. Quarters, semis, and finals. 9 o'clock Atlantic, 8 o'clock Eastern, 9:30 for our fine friends in Newfoundland on the half hour.
Right so far, I'm not reading that chirp until you name yourself. Fair is fair.
You get weather with traffic in the 3s, weather in the 10s, Newfoundland on the 30s. Why not?
Still loading the strike as Schultz as we get set for string 203. Only total pinfall determines the winner.
Trying to get to 117 with a big 20. He gets 8.5. No rounding up. 8. Nice finish. Not his best stuff. 115. With the official score, 632 confirmed for Academy Lanes. It should be 6-10 for Canada 5. It's a 22-pin lead, and that's a moral victory, you could say, for Canada 5, even though
Absolutely.
they lost.
They had a great last 4 frames. It looked like the match was going to get out of hand for a while.
6-11. We're up by 1 pin. We'll check that in a moment. I'll get a copy of the score for you. And play-by-play with Greg, and all analysis with Robbie Henderson.
There you go. There's the scores on your screen there as we do the little game of musical chairs. La-da-dee, la-da-doo, la-da-da. Now he's going to barge on through, make sure he doesn't body check you in there, and then we'll be set to go for string number 2. We just plunge right into it, no intermissions, and here's Daly right on cue with the 1, 3, 7, and 10 in this one. Marco Laughlin, you got to keep him in. He's at a 137, still hasn't missed a head pin, and he's got triangle number 3, the 3, 5, 6. 3, 6, and 7, and Daly spares. Down in a ball to start. Now I got a multitask score corrections. Rob, I'm going to be a bit antisocial for a hot second here.
No problem. I'll take things over for a minute. Mark just slides down to the right.
And his third ball coming up. Marco Laughlin 138 as it happens. You got a 10 on the end. I missed that.
10.
Yep, he did. And then thank you for letting me know a 10 as well. So 632, 611, that's confirmed. Yeah, 60 pins. I'll go over stats in a second.
Big ball. 8 on his first ball. Nice piece of wood. Another head pin for Mark. Huge ball, and a strike.
That 9 pin took its sweet time, didn't it?
Absolutely. Nice setup for Josh.
I think as he gets that spare there, I think Canada 5 said they represented, did they say 7 provinces or something like that?
I know they've got Newfoundland. I know they've got Nova Scotia. I know they've got Manitoba.
Alberta for sure.
Yeah.
Trying to look at their left sleeves there while we avoiding getting distracted by the call there, but there you go. String 2 or 3. Oh, yeah, let's change that up. Doink. I never remember Greg Packer. Thank you. I'm glad I have you.
Oh, a huge ball and a hammer for Aaron Fontaine.
To start his string off. Aaron Fontaine is his grandfather, Tom Ulsta's biggest fan. How familiar are you with his game?
Who, Tommy?
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, at the start of my career in the Worlds, Tommy was at the top of his game. I wasn't quite good enough to compete against him. He'd have been bowling in much bigger matches and a lot more than I was at the time. But hard not to be familiar with one of the, if not the greatest bowler in the history of our sport. Hard not to be familiar with his accomplishments.
Yeah. Obviously, he was appointment viewing because, of course, we had Channel 5 over here. Candlepin bowling with Don Gillis. Get over, head pin. Nope, kind of left stick 9. You know, Channel 5 was appointment viewing for us. So what I think is tough here is that in terms of Canadian TV shows, obviously as an American, it's tough to get across there.
When I was a kid on WLBZ TV in Bangor, there was a bowling shop.
Mm-hmm.
So we would see I knew who Charlie Milan was before I knew who all the other ones were because we got that main station.
Oh!
Double strike. Huge double. Huge.
Charles Milan III, an organizer of this tournament. Aaron Fontaine on the front, too.
Organizer of this tournament along with Kansas Snow and Dave Boudreau from Canada, who got this tournament started, I think it was 1985. Great ball by Bobby after having a double thrown at him. He's got nice wood, nice coverage.
How many playoff rounds are there? This one today and 3 more after this. The 4 teams who didn't get the first round bye have to play down to 1. Then the number 1 seeds will finally come off their lap of luxury and play in the semifinals before the grand final.
Spare for Bobby.
He picks that up, and yet again, Canada 5 doing fine, but Academy Lane's off to a hot start. You must have had matches like that where it just is like, what do I have to do to get ahead of these guys?
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's like quicksand here. It's like you're running in place in a dream.
Yeah, for every two spares, it seems like you guys throw two spares and they throw two strikes, and you just can't seem to catch up no matter how well you do.
2-1 and 1 split, 4-pin and the 7-pin tickled. Oh, wait a minute, Gregory, you're the color commentator.
So he's great shot. Great shot. A little bit of bad luck there to leave the 10-pin. Well, I think if I was Peter, I'd have tried that up on the cap, throwing it right where the head pin would be.
Maybe you will do, or he'll probably go on the right side for the third ball then again. So there's 3 pieces of wood, 1, 2, 3. You would have played number 2 in this case?
I would have played right here on top of the cap, right down the middle of the lane.
Right cap of wood number 2, the middle wood, as we see it on our screen. Collins, good luck getting past this one. Ooh, nice.
Oh, close. He was listening. Oh, Paul's back.
Oh, yeah. Collins takes 10 and Wood takes 9. We got this. We're good. I think Wood had a chance for the ball to take out the pin in that case.
Yes. Charlie on top. Great ball. Leaves the 3-pin. Had been hit for Peter. Unfortunate split.
So you were close enough to get access to that main show one way or another.
Yes, yes. And then we had a TV show, but it petered out probably when I was still in my late teens. It was on Atlantic Television. It was our Atlantic television station.
Do you remember its name by any chance?
Oh, geez.
Maybe it's one of the Sean Benoit tapes. Like,
yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
We have Wolfman 12395, Mike Sweeney, Chronicles Channel 5, and then Sean Benoit.
Yep.
And he may have gotten the tapes from someone else whose name I keep forgetting, but
I got some updates here, guys, if you want.
Belvedere. Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. It
was the Belvedere Challenge because it was sponsored by a cigarette company. So
nice.
Belvedere was the cigarette company.
Well, no, but nice. I want. Shall we hear from Paul?
Well, Kingswood, Outlaw Rides leads Kingswood Bulletproof after 1, 636, 571. Lead is 55 with 2 to go. Adam Melanson a 131, Grady Wood a 134, Davey Summerton a 125, Calvin Locke 127, Andy Babineau a 119. For Kingswood Bulletproof, Devin the Real Deal Brooks 119, Sean Duthright 119, Chris Ryder 119. That's your top scores.
Corey has the 1, 8, 9, 10 left with some wood in behind. Great ball. Great spare.
Gets the 9 off the wall.
We got here. Murphy's got the 9-pin left. As long as he stays away from the cap, he should be okay. Ooh. Better to be lucky than good.
A-plus accounting, 572 to 558 over Central Park Lanes. 14-pin win. Tim Susi led with a 118 to Central Park Lanes for A-plus accounting. Cody Book a 128, 129 from Nate LeBlanc. A-plus up 14 after 1.
Good for Cody Bork. He struggled in our last camera stream, so great to see he's found the range again.
Fenway Academy 630, Able Evolve Realty 592, 38-pin win for Fenway Academy. 144 for Cole Fry, one of the best young bowlers in Maine. Tim Jam and Jalbert 130, Chris Merrill 128.
Anywhere between the 1-3 for Corey, and he'll have a chance to make this shot.
Able on Realty, Ryan Cox a 134 to lead his team. And you are up to date.
Slide down to the right. Anywhere on the top pin for Murphy. Got lots of good coverage.
Number 7 pins game, also known as Belvedere.
Yes.
Does that ring a bell?
Yes, that's it. Yep.
Good
I wanted
shot.
to say Lucky 7, but that's a former World's franchise.
One of the tamer named Worlds franchises. We're having a bit of a game of what can we call Team Massachusetts that isn't their actual name. For the actual team names and the final standings, go to Fairlanes Bowling on Facebook so that you can get past the censorship and get the information straight from the source. A 10 box
that was
for
the ball
Packard.
Corey wanted.
Yeah. I would love to put the spare on the correct name as you see here. Andrew Murphy back to back.
Well, gentlemen, I'm having a great time. Thanks so much for having me.
Pleasure. You here? You going to stick with us the whole time?
I am.
Awesome.
All right.
Pleasure to have you.
Danny. Oh, great ball.
I'm not worthy.
I think I remember my deodorant this morning, but I'm not sure.
I bring my cologne, deodorant, everything with me just in case. It gets hot back here.
Oh yeah, I noticed. Don't worry.
Danny's on the outside of the 4-pin. He should. That might slide over.
How about now? That was interesting. I think the ball hung up in Schultz's hand just that little bit, and the timing and release of it may have been affected. So then eventually, so you had your 7-team dynasty. Did you compete much past your eventual last title, or was it just like we had a good thing and we went out on top, essentially?
Well, I left the team in 2009, just for some reasons that
Life happens.
life happens, things happen. And I didn't bowl again until 2013. So the 2013 Worlds were my first time bowling in 4 years, and it was actually my last time bowling.
How did you do in that, and were you really out of the game?
Oh, I was out of the game. My first competitive match was the Worlds of that year for 4 years. I finished up I bowled the Worlds in 2009 and then didn't throw another ball until the Worlds of 2013. Outside of practice and warming up for that tournament.
And it's so interesting. Harris picked up a spare there, and we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 marks for Academy and a double strike included, the 4 for Canada 5. It's interesting how people respond to time away. And, of course, the most ubiquitous one is COVID-19, where pretty much everyone had to take a break for a couple of years while we figured out when bowling alleys could reopen. At least it was a state reopening in the United States anyway. I think it was similar here. And just how it affects people. Now, for some, Mike McGinty comes back from New York State after being away from the game, and he's perfectly fine. And then you got Mike Machichi, the captain of Academy Lanes, multi-time champion, but he's just outright lost the range as well and is trying to get it back as well. So I guess practice is a big part of success in this game, I guess is my question, right?
Well, I agree, but for me, the biggest part was just getting back into this level of competition and trying to you know what I mean, not be nervous. Not be nervous when you come back into a tournament at this level. Great shot by Mark. Oh, the wood's just a little bit short.
Did that twirl all the way around that? Yeah, let's see that again. By the way, that's O'Loughlin's first headpin miss all day long in this match. Dozen headpins.
Your parents pretty good bowlers in their day?
No, they enjoyed the game. They weren't overly competitive.
League bowlers?
Yep, they were just league bowlers.
Any advice for the young people out there, the young kids out there?
No matter what anybody tells you about your style or how you throw the ball, do what you want to do. And if you really want to, if you love it, you'll be good at the sport. Because that's what it takes. When I talk about any of my successes, it's because of the love of the game and the sacrifices to do what I love to do. So if you love it, keep doing it, and you'll get better. Oh, big strike for Josh.
And 4 marks in a row. O'Loughlin gets this. We have some time, I think. Yeah. So the sacrifices, making time, and especially in a world nowadays where, there's a lot of entertainment choices, first of all, and yet it is still a time investment. To decide to go to leagues and then, of course, take the week away from Worlds as well. I assume that's the sort of thing you're talking about, of just how to budget your time relative to bowling and everything else that's important.
Well, not just that, but if you look at anybody that really rises to the top of their sport, they're going to sacrifice going to a dance because they're going to go and try to perfect what they do at their sport. Those are the types of sacrifices that I talk about as well. Sometimes when I chose to not hang out with my friends because I wanted to go practice, right? But I wanted to go practice because I loved the game. So if you have a love for the game, continue doing what you're doing. And I always threw the ball really hard. there was always a lot of different voices in my ear saying, you should throw it a little bit slower, you'll get more accurate, things like that. Well, I just continued to do what I wanted to do and develop a style that I felt comfortable with and improved on that and just continued being who I wanted to be.
Staying true to yourself, Aaron Fontaine is certainly staying within himself. He's on a double strike. Chad is going nuts for Daly. How nuts would they go if this is 3? 3-pin, 6 and 10.
Wow, I can't believe that wood didn't turn a little bit. It's sitting on the top and has really made a tough shot for Aaron.
Oops.
He's going to have to be on the top of that wood up near the cap and spin it in towards the 10-pin. Great shot by Bobby. Great effort.
A good shot, just not a sparing shot. 9-fill for Fontaine. Say the same on that one. In terms of in terms of building wisdom on how to play the wood, is that same thing of, devoting time and, making time to play the shots, or did you get any coaching in part, either from teammates or others? Or
we had one of my teammates, Sean O'Flaherty. He just, every time there was a wood shot, he was the first person I looked at because he just had a knack, and he learned from others as well. But he just had a knack of knowing how the wood was going to react, and especially because my ball was harder than his, so he may tell me where to play a shot where he wouldn't necessarily play it for himself. It's an acquired talent by people, and some guys get it. Some guys are really, really good at it. It's nice to have someone like that on your team.
At times I'm surprised there isn't more of a textbook on the game. I mean, obviously, Candlepin may be a regional sport and such like that, so maybe that's why, there's not like mainstream national literature on the issue there. 9-drop Fontaine. But I think, I guess I'm surprised that it hasn't been written down in some form as well. Or is there a lost text to this game that maybe has been lost to the sands of time, perhaps?
It wouldn't surprise you, but with the change in technology, there's probably wobble, didn't go. 2 great shots by Bobby, just no luck.
9.5. Fontaine gets this one for an effective 4 marks in a way.
And it wouldn't surprise me that there was a little more written down back in the 60s and the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
But and then again, the game's changed from wooden pins to plastic pins.
True.
So the game, that type of where you would play a wooden pin would probably be a lot different than where you would play a pin that we perform on today.
These babies fly. You're watching the Men's Worlds, the International Candlepin Championships 2025. Justin giving you all a wave there. He's, of course, injured his leg, unfortunately, which unfortunately happened on one of the practice slides, in fact, for Waters. So, unfortunately, he is questionable, I guess we'll have to say, for his return. And it's a pretty tough-looking limp there. And it's giving shades of Jeremy Seaholm in the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. Glenn Gill also suffered a similar injury, but he's back in form right now and made it with Central Park Lanes.
Oh.
What do we got?
Wood going back. He's going to fall forward. 10-pin stands.
I mean, I make much ado about injuries, but, I mean, did you notice a lot of injuries among fellow bowlers? Yeah, let me ask the same question a different way. Did you notice a lot of injuries among your fellow bowlers? Do you think it's at the same rate as maybe nowadays, if you have a pulse on that, or is it not really an appreciable difference?
I don't think there's much of a difference. I didn't notice. The only time I noticed some things is when somebody might be unfortunate enough to step in some water and then try to throw a ball.
Oh.
And then they would stick. That usually created a muscle pull or something like that. You might see some blisters on some fingers and some things like that.
Well, you always do a test slide when you go out there, don't you, every time? A test slide?
Usually, yep, but everybody makes mistakes.
I've seen some people leave the shoe cover on, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Jeremy Seaholm, but now that I've said 2 mean things, I'll mention he had the 170 high single to deliver Academy Lanes the world's title last year.
172, phenomenal performance. One for the ages.
Ooh, where's the wood going?
And great shot. Nice answer by Charlie.
What was that? Did he get that from behind? Did you see how that hit?
Peter shot?
No, Collins shot. No.
Nope.
Never mind. It was just a simple 2-pinner. Oh, he just grazed the 8-pin. That's why it went down awkward. Sometimes I make much ado about nothing. Not everything I say is intelligent.
But brilliant.
Brilliant.
Special guest star Robbie Henderson here in the booth. Honored to have you here.
Oh, honored to be here. I can't say enough about the job that you guys are doing for the sport of Candlepin.
Means a lot coming from you and folks like that. Say it, Paul. Say it.
Lemon
Just
drop.
say it.
It's on a spare. Darn's only $1 for Candlepins for Cancer. Optional donation. We've helped
A lemon drop
over
is a
21
lot
families.
nicer than what I would say.
a swear job here $1 back then. So why not a lemon drop for Candlepins for Cancer?
I think Mike Machicho.
Although I didn't throw the ball down there that often.
Mike Machicho was saying something like, "How'd that get there?"
Aaron Fontaine gave me a look right away. I'll get Corey afterwards. He's good for it. Don't laugh. We helped 21 families the last 3.5 years just in the lemon drop pool alone. I always say a fun way to help a great cause. Some get bent out of shape about it. I don't understand it, but that's them. God loves a cheerful giver. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Don't be, be respectful about it at least.
Absolutely, especially
some get hostile about it.
but it's going to Candlepins for Cancer.
Yeah.
So how can you be mad?
Exactly.
Maybe in the heat of competition, one would be a little less charitable. But
I learned to wait till afterwards in those situations.
Absolutely. There's a time and place for everything.
Yeah. That I learned too. But it's fun. They'll say not to say it, but they'll turn on, put their one finger up all the time. Don't say it, Paul. And then they'll turn on, put 5 up and a spare or $1. It's funny. I make no apologies. Though. We've raised $103,000. We've paid out $103,000 to families, over $103,500 to families.
That's
I make
incredible.
no apologies. $31,500 this year alone. Like I said, I make no apologies.
now there's another sign of the camaraderie there. Corey Packard said, "Hey, Andrew, you got your 5-pin back there," and he just gives him a gentle pat there. Corey's one of the gentler personalities in the game, I would say, even though he's a determined competitor as well.
Academy Lanes has doubled their lead since the start of this game.
And still counting, still 3 more open marks. You folks know to keep an eye on those open marks. Hey, Larry Winworth, thank you so much for the super chat, $20 US. Thank you very much for that.
The big fish?
Yes, he did.
Thank you,
Big fish, Larry
Great
Winworth.
shot.
Out of Webster Timberlane's Lucy's Pizza, Abington, Mass. Home of the must-have delicious chocolate chip cookie pizza.
Candlepin Pride, I believe, is his store there where he sells a lot of Candlepin knickknacks. You could get one of those Candlepin lures as well for your fishing line as well, along with other things. I think he either woodcrafts or little baubles as well. Thank you so much, Larry.
Well, since I've told both of you gentlemen who my hero was in Candlepin bowling, how about you guys? Who's your hero?
Ooh.
Or your favorite? Or
I always loved Candlepin bowling. Growing up, I watched TV on TV Channel 5 with Don Gillis. I never really, I loved the bowl. We bowled a lot in school vacations. Wasn't in many leagues as a kid, maybe 1 or 2. We lived in a housing project. Parents couldn't afford it. But every Christmas time, we get those, 5 for $1 specials, holiday times, 5 for $1, 4 for $1. And we go, and on Christmas night, they're open. We go every Christmas night or Thanksgiving night. It was a blast.
Oh.
I always loved it. Wasn't good at it, but I loved it. And they got better after a while, obviously. I averaged a 110 one year with no practice, once a week in the league.
did you have a hero?
Retail. Huh?
Did you have a hero? Someone you looked up to?
Not really. Not really. I mean, I just love bowling. I just like watching people bowl, and I always cheered for them. Even if I lost, I always was a cheerleader. So I kind of call like I'm on your team. That's my style. I call like I'm on your team. So I get excited. Oh, you get too excited. Well, if I'm on your team, you get a strike. I get excited like you do. I do the same thing, basically. And I call it fair, both sides.
I just want everyone to have fun.
That's right.
That's going to be an 8-box there. The double pins remain. I say to myself, peeking.
I did get the last strike, though, on Candlepin for cash.
What a shot. What a shot.
My only claim to fame, you got 6 world titles. I got the last strike in Candlepin for cash. It was a local Channel 7 show hosted by Bob Gamere at the time. It was on for like 7-8 years. 5:30 on Channel 7 in Boston. That back when it was only 5:30 and 6 o'clock newscast. It was leading to the newscast. It was high rated. He had some drinking problems, other issues, and I guess they were canceling the show. And they called me up one day on a Tuesday afternoon. I said, "You want to come on the show?" I said, "Aren't you off the air?" "Oh, it'll take for 2 more weeks. Come down this Saturday." I got the day off from work, surprisingly. And I went down, threw a strike. I hadn't bowled in 6 months, other than practice week before, 3 strings. And I hit the 2 practice blocks in half an hour before the show, right in the pocket. Bombs away, baby. 45 years before it came out, Hit the pocket, last strike in the show's history.
And you can watch it on Alley Chat. Sorry, Bob.
Yeah. My long McLeod mustache, my long hair, my zits, my Candlepin bowling shirt, my Monday Night League. Yeah, I loved it.
What a shot. What a shot. Can we get a replay of that shot?
100 average around the time I got that strike.
That's that little center button. I punched it in there, and I think we're going to take it. I think the ball came in from behind for Schultz.
So I got a 1,000% batting average. 1,000 batting average in strikes.
That's pretty good.
Well, you missed the red light. Sorry about the non-car, but
Not my
you know.
fault. It's probably a stick shift anyway. Datsun B210 was a cheap car.
Skill issue. Another look at Schultz's hit here.
Maybe I wouldn't got the strike if that red light
Ball
came
did
on.
take it.
Probably been more nervous when the red light came on for that double. Had to get 2 manual strikes that way.
You guys were asking me too about if there was any advice for a younger bowler. I mean, he wasn't a great bowler, but he was a great influence. And he once told me, he said, they're not going to remember your scores, they're going to remember how you treated them. So always act, whether you win or whether you lose or how you play, always treat your opponent with class and respect. That's what people will remember. That's what people will remember you for.
Which is probably why Laughlin has a diamond here. Ken brings up an interesting point about him. I want to give it its own space in a second. But about the previous question.
What a shot.
Nice six-pack. Crack open by Josh Daly. He's one of the two I would say is my favorite bowler. I mean, how can you not love the scores? I mean, you know. But in addition to that, his character as well. Mike Machichi captains this team, but Josh Daly already is a captain of his Friday Night Pro League team, which has a lot of overlap over these guys. So the fact that he's not just able to succeed individually, but make a cohesive team as well, I think it's one.
And he coached youth program Saturday mornings at Academy Lanes, Pub 125, Haverhill, Mass.
Excellent shooting there. Aaron Fontaine. Aaron Fontaine's team won, and Josh Daly's team was runner-up, if I recall correctly. But my other favorite, Bob Whitcomb, I would have to say as well.
Oh.
The Gentle Giant.
Bobby's great.
That's Bill Olson, the Gentle Giant.
Well, okay, but, you know. Bob Whitcomb with a delivery that makes absolutely 0 sense, but everything else about him is absolutely perfect. The way he just treats everyone, the way he treats the pins with disrespect, and everyone else, every human, with absolute respect,
Daly
no matter what.
Daly at 93 half.
Yes,
he
did.
Bobby's just a beautiful soul.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Craig Holbrook also.
Oh.
Treat you with respect, too.
Right. Great
6
shot.
in a row.
Oh. Every once in a while you run into bowlers that are of such a high level that are not really easy to talk to. They're not giving of their time, not giving of their knowledge. But when it comes to someone like Craig Holbrook, all of those things don't apply. Like you're talking about an elite level bowler for years and years, who's one of the classiest individuals that you could ever ask to either play against or play with.
And if he and you have time, he will absolutely regale you with tales about just about anything.
Absolutely.
The lead balloons way up for Academy Lanes, trying to get to the quarterfinals tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock Atlantic, 8 o'clock Eastern, 9:30 in Newfoundland on Candlepin Bowling Network. Hopefully we'll have them. It's one of 4 matches tomorrow. We'll have 2 of them covered on our streams between Bob Lee, Duncan MacDougall, and myself and Greg Gouillart.
I may not be here, but I'll be watching, that's for sure.
Sure, you're welcome anytime.
And you can too. All of the coverage tomorrow of the remaining playoff round starts at 9 a.m. Atlantic, 8 a.m. Eastern, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Wow, huge ball.
Hits keep on coming.
There wasn't too many strikes in the first game, but they've changed that in the second.
Aaron Fontaine, 3 strikes and a half.
It's your fault. You said no strikes, and all of a sudden they got the message.
Yeah. It'd be the first time somebody listened to me.
What do you think is your proudest moment? Obviously, winning 6 world championships. What is your proudest moment in Candlepin bowling? That's a hard question to answer, I'm sure.
That's
like how many spread eagles do you make?
That's tough too. What's my proudest moment?
Well, it's tempting to think of the championship teams, I guess, or which one was your favorite title, but that's like your favorite child as well, I guess.
Well, your first title, of course, is your favorite. But we went to 5 finals in a row from 2001 until 2005. And then we lost 8+, who were the young up-and-coming team in Canada. We lost to them in the quarterfinals in 2006. 2007, we came back and won the division and ended up bowling 8+ in the final. And after the first 2 games, we were up maybe 190 pins. That was one of the to lose after being on top for so long and then come back the next year and to beat the team that stopped your title run. That was pretty proud. That was a pretty proud victory. My last Worlds was very. I was very proud of that. I was not really great physically. I hadn't bowled in a long time, and to start a new team and get to the semifinal in this tournament after being away for a while. It was always a fond memory for me as well.
There's a lot of muscle memory, a lot of you just got to dig in, reach harder, don't you, inside your soul, don't you, in a sense?
It was more mental than physical for that tournament.
Yeah.
For me, for sure.
Fontaine, a 94 half, and now 104 through 6. He's 44 over the pace, so he can pin out a 144.
But the fondness that I have, and I hope, and I certainly don't mean any disrespect when I say this, but the fondness I have with our team is that from 1985 till 1999, the Americans won every tournament except one. Hanwell Lanes was the first Canadian team to win it in 1993. After that, we went on our run, and we were the first team that really broke the American dominance of the tournament. I think really that's probably the proudest thing that I can say about our team, is that A+ and other Canadian teams came along after us, and we started to really change the dynamic of the tournament, so where the Canadians felt like they could compete against the Americans, where that wasn't always the case.
There's a strange echo in my mind of how relevant that is now, because I think it's very important that Candlepin, even though it was invented in Worcester, Massachusetts, is both an American and a Canadian sport. Especially, I want to be careful with how I phrase this, but I mean, Canada has is very proud now of its Canadian-made products and whatnot, and elevating Canadian things to the forefront as well. So this is why I think it's really good that, there's Hall of Famers on both sides, and, the infrastructure for the game to succeed on both sides as well. So, it's interesting how relevant that is in the 2020s as well. You had 95 to 99. So yeah, 95 to 99. You got your first title in 99.
Yep. And then we lost to Charlie Mylan in 2001, and then won from 2002, 3, 4, and 5. Lost in 2006 and won in 2007.
Eight championship matches, winning 6, and you won 3 world singles too, right?
No.
You won 3 something else, you said, I thought.
Oh, 3, yeah. I won for the YBC. I won 3 Canadian senior championships.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. All right.
70.5 for Collins, which is like the third best half on the team, by the way. This is just absolutely mental to see.
It's hard to win that singles knockout, too. As good as you were, it's difficult to win that, isn't it? Sometimes you run to a hot bowler sometimes, too.
Oh, absolutely. You could win with 116 or you could lose with 150.
Yeah.
It's just, you know what I mean? One world singles. My first match was Chris Sargent, and I was fortunate enough to get past him. My second match was Chris Hollett. I bowled really well, but I didn't get past Chris Hollett.
Spare made. Substitution is in, I've noticed here. Apologies for my naivete. 9 boxer Collins. O'Callaghan in now. Ryan O'Callaghan. There we go. Is there a notion of pacing oneself amid the matches here? It seems as though, for example, that Academy Lanes, who needed just 1 point to get the victory, to get the 2-round bye earlier, couldn't do it. Now suddenly they're just exploding on all cylinders at the moment right here. Did you ever feel like, was load management such a big part of, picking who goes in when, essentially, or even when you were on the lanes, did you try to conserve energy in any way?
Not in the playoffs. Not in the playoffs. Through the week, absolutely.
Did you have 7 in your team back then? 7 bowlers in your team?
7.
Only 7, right?
Yeah,
Was that the rule, 7 max?
Well, I don't know if it was a rule back then, but really, that was, we didn't see any more than 7 back in my day for a team.
Ooh, look at this
what a
one.
Shot.
And the 3
what
and 3.
Shot. Absolutely. Hit the replay button.
Goes.
That's with wood, though, right?
Regardless.
Murphy in his face as well with the 1-3-10.
Great shot. Does he hit the wood? I don't think he played. Does he hit the wood? No, he doesn't.
No, sir. That was undisturbed throughout.
Fantastic shot.
Did you have a problem, like people like getting attitudes, not getting playing time? I heard some rumblings here this week. Oh, I'm not playing enough, and I should be in the lineup. Do you have that in your team at all? I'm sure.
Sure, we did. There was
Hurt
always
feelings?
instances like that. Sure, there were, and we just looked at the guys and said, well, when you put up the numbers, you'll get to bowl too. Right? And it was as simple as that. You put up the numbers, you get to bowl. And if you don't, it's somebody else's turn.
Just the reality of the game.
Did you ever take yourself out? Have you ever been pulled out of a lineup before?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How'd you handle that?
I probably took a couple minutes to vent. But you got to remember, it's all about the team, too. We're all in it together. So then when your energy's not on the lanes making shots, your energy has to be in the pit for your teammates.
Did you ever ask why when you got pulled out? What happened?
No. I knew.
Got to cut in here. Sorry, Andrew Murphy, 5 marks and 6. This is a relatively simple shot with the ball deflection, but he's having a great string amid it all.
Absolutely. And in bowling against Danny Harris, he needs to.
Did you do Easter yourself?
Easter was the one tournament I never got to.
Did you get to do anything? What's the most number of strings you did bowl? 10?
I bowled team tournaments that were 24 strings. I bowled, yep, like in a weekend.
Okay, sure, but still. Harris collects here. Schultz with a 9 drop and a chance to match this one as the match continues to get increasingly out of hand, but the mark there.
I know you've lost in the first round once before, you said, in the playoffs? Once in the first round?
Trying to think. Yeah, just once. The year after our first title, we lost in the first round.
Did that bug you all year? I'm sure it bugged you all year. Now, you won the next year, you said, or you came back higher.
We went through a little bit of a transition after that, and our team, the makeup of our team changed a little bit. So it was like some fresh faces and stuff. Great shot by Harris.
3 marks for 6.
Is it chemistry issue sometimes? You have a changing team? Is it just people not bowling well, or just not a good fit, or how do you describe it? After
our world win in 1999, there's some guys on the team that have been going to the Worlds for a long time, and finally, had that breakthrough. So to them, it was like we've accomplished what we set out to accomplish, and that hunger kind of left. Some of us weren't quite there yet. We still had that hunger. We wanted to achieve more. So some guys stepped back. We made some changes, and we were fortunate enough to have some guys that really fit well together, got along together, cared about each other, and went on a run.
Was Doug the captain of your team?
Pardon me?
Who was the captain of your team?
Tim Kerrigan for a long time.
Is there a camera covering the Outlaws? Someone's streaming, but I'm not sure who it is, if I'm honest with you. Try and get to the bottom of that.
I'll get an update as soon as that string is over.
6 pin. Whoop. Daly rips through the 3-9. The old half Worcester.
I think that's the first bad ball he's thrown this game.
Pretty much. Laughlin, who has still only missed 1 head pin all game long, gets this one.
And for Mark's a great story too, a cancer survivor who had to leave the game to deal with his health issues, and now he's back and he's bowling fantastic. It's such a great to see today.
Yes, and someone mentioned in chat as well, and now I've forgotten the name. I'm so sorry. I feel like I should, but yeah. Ken Jollymore. Thank you very much for the tip on that. Missed what Daly got on that box, if I'm honest with you. 9, I think that says. I'll have to get that later. Sorry about that, folks. Got my attention drawn by that. Two, 5, 7, and 10 for Laughlin. Was it 8? Okay, I'm going to take Greg Packer's word for it. There we go. Thank you. Fernando Cacharna's on that as well.
How many do you have provincial titles too? I'm sure provincial titles too.
We didn't. The provincial tournament for Nova Scotia disbanded before I really got an opportunity to bowl it. But many tournaments. Won the East Coast Classic, won the Moncton Classic, won the Peter Wells. Had the high average of in the history of the tournament at the Peter Wells for a 24-string tournament. 141.
So give a view is your average during your best year. What was your highest peak average for a whole season? Best average for a full entire season?
136.
How about in the Worlds? Best average in the Worlds?
I think 134 and a half or 135.
Whoa. Is that all?
Your high singles 203.
You got 203, 193 in the Worlds. Top 5 in the Worlds. Those singles of 2001, I had 751, but I've had an 811 is my top 5. 1511 is my top 10.
Wow. 1525 is the world record by Hall of Famer Al Johnson.
Yeah, I recently talked to Al about that because he was asking about 1500s.
Sean Baker had a 1508 one time. You got a 1511, huh?
Yeah, I was bowling with Kelly Stoyles. Do you recognize that name?
I know the name. Yeah, I learned that. I just started covering this 5 years ago. I worked retail weekends, so I didn't really follow bowling a lot. But I love bowling, so I did a lot of research.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was bowling with Kelly Stoyles that day.
Yeah. Is she bowling anymore?
I don't think so.
I met her here a couple of years ago.
That's good, too, for Aaron Fontaine. Apologies to everyone who wanted a climactic match in this one. Academy Lanes, now the question is how high will they go? Yeah, Outlaw Rides has a different streamer, but not sure who it is, I'm afraid. It's I know the Candlepin TikTok ladies were here, Paul. Are they still here?
I haven't seen them.
It would be at Candlepin Bowling if they were, but I think that's just another person's camera.
Bob Lee and Duncan MacDougall doing what? Central Park Lanes, I believe, on Candlepin Corner, I believe, and Candlepin Bowling Network, you two combined.
Yeah, I know Candlepin Corner and 3-Ball Spare had it.
It's A+ accounting.
May need some help, unfortunately. I'm a little tethered down here.
What can I help you with, Greg?
What was that?
What do you need help with?
Just figuring out who is that streaming, simply.
Oh, okay.
At some point or another.
I'll check and get the scores in between strings.
3-3 split for Fontaine.
Well, Central Park Lanes had a big day today to get that 4th spot. A lot of teams were in it early. I had some tough slumps.
Have you been overhearing the talks about both relegation and shrinking the roster sizes? And if so, do you happen to have strong opinions on that, Rob?
The roster sizes, yeah. I mean,
which are up to 10 right now.
Yeah. I think 10's too much. I really do. You might want to, if you're going to do something like that, one of the ideas that I was just bantering around in my own head was you don't bowl so many games in the round robin, you don't get to play in the playoffs. You know,
oh, I see. So if you're just one of those...
you want to show up and throw 7 strings? Well, sorry, bud, you can't participate in the playoffs. Or 12. Like, I know there's a certain percentage that you have to qualify for a singles or a singles prize.
I guess you'd have to have some provisos, like, for example, Justin Waters, who I guess that would be an injury common sense exception to the rule. But.
Right.
Ball and 7 here. Ryan's happy with that one.
The pace of play back then, was it much faster, the pace of play?
A little. I'm going to say our 3 matches were done between 6, right around 6, between 6 and 6:30 in the evening.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, we were averaging between 2.5 and 3 hours a match.
There's the mark there for O'Callahan.
And again, I haven't been here all week, so I don't know, but I haven't heard anybody complain about breakdowns of the machines that may have caused a little bit of a lag in the bowling.
There was really only one. It actually did happen on 13 and 14, and that's really the only major breakdown I recall. Other than that, all 24 here, 36 overall at Fairlanes have been fairly well maintained.
Yeah. Because I know in Kingswood one year there was a lot of complaints because the machines broke down a lot.
Yeah. One thing I wonder is whether there'd be a willingness for bowlers to follow the rule of, the guideline of go alternately on the other machine. Or do you have a really strong preference of, say, if there's an overground ball return, would you rather be on the left side of it, for example, or in that, motif of I'd rather be the bowler on the right in terms of right of way or something like that? Do you have a strong preference between the sides?
Absolutely. Like a bowler on the right always goes first, just for the first
ball,
for the first ball of the match.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But it really comes into play. Like if it's a tight game, you're coming down to the last 2 frames. If I'm on the right, I'm not going first.
Yeah.
Or I'm going first. That, you know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah.
If I'm on the left, I'm waiting for that guy on the right.
Yeah, especially if tactical play is there.
Right.
Collins, a 5-mark string, at least.
But I can remember, too, like after that first ball, there'd be guys that would finish really quick, press their button, they're off their lanes, and they're waiting for you to be finished. I'm okay with that.
Strike, sit down. That's not going to, does it hurt your feelings? Or
Nope, not one bit.
Yeah. $9 there. Plus, we'd all be home in time for dinner as well, which probably matters in a long week like this. Much as we love the game, maybe we're a bit nuts for wanting to do all this in a single week, but,
I'm still waiting for lunch.
There was one tournament, it used to be the Maritime tournament, that I bowled in. I didn't get to bowl in a lot. But their matches ran noon, 3, and 6, which allowed for more of a crowd after 6 o'clock to come and watch the matches. The bowlers weren't as rushed to get up early in the morning. It was a nice format.
1-7-10 for Packard here. We need some lanes down here in Virginia. We got duckpin country down there as well, but a lot of the small ball sports are trying to, with our powers united. I know Nicholas Lloyd is a fan of us as well, and we're a fan of what he does at duckpins forever. And then, of course, obviously talked to Wally for Life Skittles as well recently as well. So, small balls unite. Yep, I went there.
Here's a couple guys standing right in front of us, John Winchell and John Zappi. Maria Supp. That team didn't qualify this week, and it'd be one of the very few times in the history of their team that they haven't qualified for the playoffs in this tournament.
Near miss.
They won in 1998 and 2008.
And the asterisk of 2020 when it was United States only.
What a great team. What a bunch of classy guys.
Absolutely.
We had a lot of battles with them.
They treat me with great respect, too. They don't say, oh, get out of the pit or just leave me alone. They're very nice to me, very respectful, and I appreciate that. We're just trying to get scores for the fans online, and they understand, they appreciate that.
Shame that Jimmy Powers is not here with them.
Who was the person you feared the most you bowled against?
Feared, huh?
Or revered?
You got to talk about guys like Gary Carrington, Holbrook, from Canada, Tony LeBlanc. One guy you don't hear his name enough. He's probably one of the more underrated guys is Chris McGrady.
Yep.
Fantastic guy, class act, great bowler. But fear? I don't know if I feared too many guys. Not with the team that I was on. I didn't fear too many people. If I was having a tough match, my teammates picked me up.
I know this is probably a sore subject. Canadians don't recognize the ICBA because of flat channels, things like that. But there is a case, I think, to be made for, like yourself and many others in your world's team, a case for the Hall of Fame. It should be in the Hall of Fame, I think.
Hard. My mom always told me that self-praise is no recommendation. Hard for me to talk about myself and talk that way. I've got no problem. I can name 25 to 30 Canadians that I feel should be in the Hall of Fame before me. But I do believe you're right that there should be a place for some of us. We've competed well against the Americans. Our numbers are comparable. I mean, there's only one Tommy Olsta. But thank you, Phil.
I guess my question is like, would there be a Canadian Hall of Fame? Is there a Canadian Hall of Fame up here? Talk of that, or
no, there's no talk. There's no committee or nothing like that.
What I would say is, if I have my 2 cents, and I may get in trouble for saying this, is like, how about a special Hall of Fame for the Canadians the past, and then they can start getting back with the regular nomination process. Have a night for Canadian bowlers to celebrate victories.
But does it have to be a special Hall of Fame for Canadians? Or should we be included with the Americans as well?
Yeah, but I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But you can't have 26 in one induction ceremony. That's the problem. But
I understand.
Hammer for Schultz here, 98 plus 2.
But just like baseball, football, they have veterans committee, even if you're not in because there's a nomination process.
Yep.
Like, you can't find paperwork on the person. People know what you did. I think it was a case to put those people in also.
Yep.
So I'd like to see, Canadians get in, obviously. It takes a few years, but you want to get them in while they're still alive if possible, too.
For sure.
So just my 2 cents on it. I don't know how about going about it, but
that's a significant swing there. Of course, we're more or less headed towards the back third of this. Got to take some photos here. I'm pretty sure I misscored along the line here, but we show A 90 pin plus a ball advantage for Academy Lanes.
Canada 5 was down big. They had the early lead early in the first, was down 60-something, cut it to 20-something after one. Now they're down 69 in the string, 90 in the match. No pinfall. I mean, no points for string, just total pinfall. Believe it or not, they still have time, but they got to erupt. Did you bowl a 5-pin yourself?
No, I've never tried 5-pin. I've tried 10-pin.
Yeah. Not for me. I think I've like 5 or 6 times. Didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't. Canada 5's in tough here. Academy Lanes with a 90-plus. Going into the last game, 90-plus pin lead.
Candlepin's real bowling.
Yes, absolutely.
Does it bug you when anyone says, like, I like handle, or like calling 10-pin, quote, regular bowling? Does that bug you necessarily, or is it just like, oh, that's just what you do, I guess?
No, I just try to educate them that their bowling's not even close to being as hard as ours.
It's not. It's like strike, 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 9 drop, 8 drop every time.
Right.
Well, they got the mad science with the oil pattern as well. There is some skill in that, or arguably it's pay to win. Get the ball with the asymmetric ball cores and whatnot as well.
Absolutely.
Game of skill and challenge, Candlepin.
It's a Candlepin channel, of course. We're going to clown at it. You guys are good at what you do.
The bottom line is there's a perfect game in 10-pin every day, and there's never been one in Candlepin.
Late in the first string. It's all Academy Lanes. Defending champions have to go through the road all 4 rounds.
I think they're built to go through all 4 rounds.
How many times did you have to buy? And your thought on that?
Well, I think we've had it in the 6 titles that we were successful. I think we were like 50-50. I think 50% we had to buy and 50% we had to go through all the matches. I'll tell you, you're guaranteed money. If you win your division, you're guaranteed money.
Yes, O'Loughlin gets this one, and he's headed for a 130 average. Daly pins out in 267 for the pair.
The challenge is if you get the bye, you're coming in there at noon on a Saturday morning against a team that's battle tested, that's been through 2 matches already, and are hot. They're ready to go. So if you're not careful in that first string and you come out flat, the match can get out of hand really quick.
And you're not really warming up those lanes typically either, right? You have to warm up on a different set of lanes, right?
That's
so
right.
You go in there different lane, you're not used to it. How important is? Can you start without warming up at all? Can you start a match without warming up at all yourself?
That would be difficult.
Yeah.
I could, but then you're starting to risk injury. Like the Bangor lanes, and I mean, God love Mr. Marlin, rest in peace. But it was so hard to bowl there and come in off the bench because they only had 24 lanes. That was so difficult.
Oh, and they didn't give you the 6-ball grace period that's often done nowadays.
Nope. There was none of that.
Which Richie Myrick informs me was a procedure invented here at Fairlanes, Moncton.
Yeah.
Even though there are 36 lanes, but sometimes they were in use in the right room.
Great ball. Great ball by Aaron.
Fontaine strikes for the 4th time this string. Bobby Kite flops the head pin. We don't count that a head pin hit. That's the 7-10.
135 plus 2 of the 9th. Aaron Austin Fontaine on full display.
So yeah, that's just another wrinkle in the worlds from my time, was being in Bangor and not being able to warm up when you're coming in for a match.
How many boxes do you need to warm up? Is it 2 in each lane, or is it 1 box? How much time do you need to warm up?
Who,
yourself?
myself?
Yeah.
I didn't even worry about boxes. If I could find a lane that I could warm up, I would just start slow and throw the ball easy and get my shoulder warm up, get my wrist warmed up. I wouldn't even reset the pins. I would just throw at spots.
So you don't you throw a little less off. You take something off in your first.
Just warming up. Yep. I would just stand at the foul line and just roll the ball down and let my shoulder warm up.
Duckpin bowlers don't even have the pins on the plates when they warm up.
Did you ever wear a jacket or a sweater? Like, you put sleep shoes, shoe covers in your shoes to walk. Did you ever put a jacket on your arm?
Oh my! No double. Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
No worries.
No, but not to pat myself on the back, but I didn't have to warm up very much to go into matches because I was usually in the matches.
Matter of fact.
Just saying.
But before a match, I would always start slow. And where I looked at spots on the lane, I didn't look at the pins. That was my style. I just tried to warm up and throw to spots.
Yes.
145 through 9, 155 and the ball in the 10th.
And Kite steals this one from behind.
What a great start by the top 2 bowlers for Academy Lanes. 146 for Josh.
When you bowled, did you high five people? But you just bowled then. You didn't turn on and do high fives like nowadays, right?
Oh yes, I did.
Did you?
Oh yes, I did. Oh yeah, I was quite animated on the lanes.
What about fist bumping your opponent when they make a good shot?
There was more hands. There was more hand slaps. Fist bumps came along a little more towards the end of my career. There was more good shot. But yeah, I think anybody would agree with me that I was animated on the lanes.
Kite gets 14 on the end. Fontana, 15 bucks for 160. Wow. He still needs a mark. He needs just one measly mark for 400.
Now, as a Canada 5 team, if you're a coach in that team, how do you motivate? Obviously, you have to have self-motivation. What do you say to a team like that? Obviously, they feel deflated now. They're quiet now. How do you get them pumped up?
I don't know, man. They're down 90 pins. That's a tough one. It's hard to look at guys that are down that much and really motivate them to think that they have a chance, especially against this team. 100-pin lead with one string left, man. That's tough.
And if I only won one more string, maybe I'm bowling, outlaw rides instead.
Okay, can I ask about this one? Sorry to interject, but we got this leaf. We joke it's the setback leaf because Corey Smith's friend Ryan calls it that. That annoying piece of wood. Now, we actually bumped over here, but if that wood was like all the way over here, say, one bowler, Corey Smith, says you should play the 5-pin and go into the 4-7 instead of trying to get that piece of wood that never goes.
If the 4-7's there and you can see the 4, you got to hit the 4. If you hit the 4, Sean O'Flaherty, when we would have that shot, he'd say if you miss the wood, you make the shot. And every time you miss that wood and clip the 4-pin, you make that shot.
Ah. Even with the 5-pin parallel, I guess.
Even with the 5-pin there.
No kidding.
If you miss that wood, and when you're talking about guys that just knew how to play the wood and knew what the wood would do,
all right.
You had that shot and the 4-pin was exposed. If you hit the 4-pin and didn't touch the wood, that shot went.
Wait a minute, Ken Jollymore. You called Robbie Hollywood as well? Hollywood Henderson? Does that ring a bell, or is he making... Or maybe that was among other...
That's probably one of the nicer things anybody's called me.
Paul Grant in shambles.
Mark Hollywood Smith saying, wait a minute, I'm Hollywood. I'm the real Hollywood Smith.
Yeah.
Do you ever bowl against Mark Smith?
Absolutely, I've bowled against Mark. Great guy.
Won a Maine state championship pretty darn recently.
Yes. Won his first one. He was in tears. Good for
wow,
him.
Mark's been in the game for a long time to win his first state championship.
He has the Maine state record doubles with Tim Matero. I always joke with him. Tim had 100 pins more than him or so. So I said, oh, Tim carried you, huh?
What was their team name? Twins?
They were tall and big.
That reminds me of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Big and tall.
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
This match, I'm just trying to figure out where the pace of this match is going and what score we're on pace on right now. I'm trying to do some mental math here. Charlie Collins 133. Okay, 238. O'Callahan takes the 10 on the end, and which is a solid 111. I mean, 110s. What's the scale here? Let's be honest. I don't think anyone's going to get offended here. 120 pro tier. I'm trying to think of 110s is good, 100. Is that where you start saying mediocre? Is 100 still good, even at, say, this world's top tier level?
No. Neither's 110.
What was your lowest bowler back then in the day in the world's?
You can get to it. Our lowest bowlers were in the low 120s. We had 4 to 5 guys that were up around, were either 128 to 135.
6-10 for Murphy as they try to claw back. He's on pace for 130 just with pinning.
You can see on the scoreboard, Fenway Academy leads 11-24 to, I'm sorry, I can't read that. I'll have to check that score. 12-24 to 11-94. Fenway Academy 30
Let's see if
over Able Evolve Realty.
Let's see if Academy Lanes can drill 1,300 for the pair. That would be a score. Spare for Murphy. And Packard completes the 10 with a wired shot.
A-plus cruising over Central Park Lanes. They have a 649, 599 second string win. They won the first by 14, 572, 558. After 2 strings, 1221 to 1157, a 64-pin lead. trying to get the punch a ticket to the quarterfinals tomorrow morning after 9 a.m. local time.
We've got a couple close matches here. It looks like Fenway is up 30 pins on Abel.
Yeah, I just mentioned it, yeah, on Abel Evolved Realty, who struggled on the stretch.
Outlaw and Kingswood are close as well.
Abel lost that last match to drop to 5th from 4th.
660 is trivial for Academy Lanes. I'm wondering about 1300. That's my intrigue. How high will they go? Packard, no 4-pin.
And it looks like Kingswood has cut the deficit to 20. They were down big after 1, a little more than that. It's 12:25 to 12:05. Outlaw rides up 20 after 1. That's a lot of champions there. Kingswood, 3-time world champions. You bowled against Corey Smith a few times?
Bowled with Corey Smith in my last World.
That's right.
10 and 10. I'm just looking here. I was trying to see if anyone had a perfect game here. I don't think anyone has on Academy amidst it all. Just was checking.
Didn't Harris have one in first?
In the first he did.
Yeah.
That I remember.
One more string after this wraps up day.
Marco Laughlin left 1 pin. 2 pins left on the plate for Andrew Murphy as well in the last one. Andrew Murphy's only lost 5 overall in the match, in fact.
Day 4 of team competition. This is the opening round of the playoffs on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube in high definition.
Horseman new. By the way, Marco Laughlin, 19 for 20 on the head pin. Oh, the number of things that are an afterthought. Another thing swept into the same dustbin of history like a McLaughlin Contrailer. Alongside Rob Henderson, one of its members of that juggernaut franchise, 7-time world champions.
6 for him. Anybody get 7 in your team?
Tony McLaughlin's the
That's
only
right.
one.
He won 7, right?
Yep.
Did Derek Carrington win 8? I was told. Is that right? 8?
Very possible.
Himself?
Yep. Very possible. Not with one. I don't think
different teams though.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
No single
won
franchise has that many.
Right. 7 is the record. 8 plus is the second most with 5, I believe. Right. Obviously.
I think so. Yep.
Academy Lanes has 3.
As does Kingswood.
But 0 in Canada.
That's right. I teased Calvin Law. Oh, you can't win on the road, huh?
That's big. That was a big accomplishment for us too, to be the first Canadian team to win on American soil.
Oh.
That's a hard one to take away.
Did you plant a flag there, the Canadian flag?
We did, but Charlie stole it.
Like on the moon?
And no, the 1700 will not materialize.
1300.
Oh, 1300, yes.
If they were 1700, then we'd have to really record this. And
Yeah, there'd be allegations of some sort.
they'd have to pee in a cup. Watch this go. Oh, in between the pins.
When you lost, it's hard to lose. Did you have good sportsmanship back then? Would you guys talk to each other, or like other team? Would you congratulate them? Would you shake their hands?
Listen, you'd never want your actions to ruin an accomplishment for somebody like that. There's one time I was bowling someone. They weren't really as good a bowler as me, but they beat me. And I acted a little bit. I didn't really act with the sportsmanship that I should have provided. And the gentleman that I was bowling with told me to look at that guy. That guy may never beat you again, but he's going to tell people that he beat you. Don't diminish his accomplishment with your actions. Shake his hand, look him in the eye, tell him he had a great match, and move on. Because that's what they're going to remember. They'll respect your bowling, but they're going to respect how you act.
661 to 597. All scores on your screen unofficial until shown otherwise. And a 85-pin string. We have seen triple-digit leads evaporate in the Friday night. We saw it happen once in the Friday Night Pro League, the United States League. Takes place around Massachusetts and now New Hampshire.
I was calling the match with Alex Patton, the general's son at Metro Bowl in Peabody, Mass.
And when you're fortunate enough to be as successful as our team was, and have teams like Maria Subs, and the classiness that they showed when they lost to us, well, that teaches you a valuable lesson how to act when it's not your day.
Jamie Wood. I bowled with Robbie one year in Worlds. I never saw a guy punch the middle so many times. Well, I guess sometimes it's not your day. I know Josh Daly's had a number of times like that for sure.
That's going to happen sometimes when you throw the ball hard. And Josh certainly does that.
Actually, Daly had to have a victory like that in the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. I mean, not the Atlantic provinces, but, you know, we're all on the Atlantic coast. Maybe the Pacific Candlepin Singles Tour one day. But he was split happy at Harvard Lanes, Harvard, Massachusetts, and he had to pin it out against Joey Lister, and he actually won on the third ball pinning, if my memory serves.
Yes, he did.
Here's a strike by O'Loughlin. He is all over his head pin. He still has only missed one head pin all match long. And now 1 and 4, as yes, Paul, it is string 3 of 3. Why do you ask?
Just looking out for you.
Thank you very much.
Now, can Canada 5, this is what they did in the first string. Can they get a resurrection string and upset the champions?
I tell you, Mark O'Loughlin's having some match against one of the best bowlers in the game today.
A 130 average, this for 10, yes. 19 for the pair.
Probably very underrated, too, by a lot of people.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's a good thing, right?
Oh, look at that.
Well, again, Canada 5's coming in here with no real pressure on them. They've got nothing to lose here.
The free rolling.
Absolutely.
O'Loughlin is such a 5-pin-esque delivery as well. It's not even close to the most powerful ball in the game, as I see a substitute here.
Lynn's back in the lineup.
Head pin takes out the 8-pin.
No, he hits the 10-pin. I get furious probably. I bowled that, but he's laughing it off, though.
Well, I think his team helped him with that.
Yeah. Look at that. One on the first ball. Now, there's a lot of people that sometimes say, like, I want to get in the world's team, but I'm not a click. I'm not one of the guys. And it seems like sometimes people with better averages never get asked to bowl, and people with lesser average are asked to bowl in certain situations. Did you have that in your day sometimes, too? A person was overlooked?
Listen, there's always going to be favorites. There's always going to be guys that fit in, right? And teams don't want to take a chance on someone. They don't know their personality. Maybe they don't know how they perform in tournaments. There's always going to be different points of view on who you bring on your team and who you do not bring on your team. It's not that easy, especially you got guys, maybe they bowl together like you guys, your houses do. You bowl, like I've seen the guys from Maria's all bowl together, the guys from Academy all bowl together. Sometimes teams are hesitant. They don't want to break up that dynamic.
And there's some teams like Oakland Park, which had a struggle. That'll be okay in a second there. I panicked a bit as well, but that'll be fine. Spare for Glenn. There are some teams like Oakland Park which struggle with the string, but are very proud of the fact that they come from one bowling center, Oakland Park Bowling Center as well. So, you know, in terms of the shared bond, that is essential to teams of all skills.
Spare. Now look at the energy now.
Absolutely.
That's a good sign.
Absolutely.
They're not giving up. We'll say, hey, we're going down with the ship.
Going down
Captain.
swinging. Absolutely.
Sugar, we're going down swinging. 86 pins minus a mark in this one.
And really, you got to think that those guys came together great as a team with everybody from different provinces, everybody from different types of bowling. They've really gelled well this week.
Ryan O'Callahan on lane 14 at Fairlanes in Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada, opening round playoffs. There's a setback leave. Now, this one has wood to the right. You said hit the 4-pin. Would you go for the wood in the right in this situation?
No, you can't see the 4-pin. You can't see it. If you can see the 4-pin, you play the 4-pin. I would play that the angled wood that's on the 5-pin, just above the red line, so it turns a little bit and pushes back into the 4-7.
So you're saying if you can't see the 4-pin, don't play it.
Right. But if you can see if that wood was sitting and you could see the 4-pin, if you miss the wood and hit the 4-pin, the shot will go. Just ask Sean O'Flaherty.
Both teams pinning very well, losing less than a pin per markless frame. In my view, seems like good pinning.
Oh, he doinked it, and he got it anyway. Whoa! Nico highlight reel, just the way he drew it up. Incredible.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Was that how you played it?
Nope.
As Greg Gouillart would say, excuse me, spare.
I wouldn't have played it there, but I'd have taken it.
Canada 5 trying to come back somehow.
Great 9.
One more look at this one.
Absolutely.
So ball into the cap. Ball takes the 4 and the 7, and then the wood's coming back this way.
Nico, 6:30 p.m. Atlantic time, 5:33 Atlantic time. Get a video of that one, Nico.
The 7 actually pushed the wood into the 5 to make it fall over.
What a spark plug for his team.
And you wanted us to flex away.
And how many times you see a lucky mark like that and you get a lousy fill? Lost his mind in that one.
Oh, well.
1, 4, 7, 9, 10. Better than he thought.
1 pin to hit.
15 through 1 on the final string of the opening round. Quarterfinals, semifinals tomorrow.
Ooh, does it contain the 9-pin?
You're playing the shot between the 1 and the 4-7.
I'm playing it on the two side of the head pin. Oh, slid down to the right.
Wrong side.
I'd want the ball to go into that flat.
But look at the teams cheering him on. It's awesome. Collins, good effort, leads up 1.
Charlie Collins, one of the new generation on the Candlepin for Kids and Candlepin New Gen show.
How old is Charlie?
24.
Wow.
Incredible bowler. 9. Ryan, 23 through 2. Final string. Overtime somehow. If we tie after 3, a 1-string roll. If it goes double overtime, 2 boxes for each bowler. The bowler will fill their mark in that situation as well. Collins, 2 9s.
It's impressive that all this talent is in one house. Are all these bowlers from Academy Lanes?
Academy Lanes sponsors the team, but they're from all over. I know
Okay.
Charlie Collins bowls out of Mills, for example. Josh Daly, I think, is in a league in Academy.
Charles also bowls at Harvard Lanes, Harvard Mass for a league also Wednesday nights.
Danny Harris is more in East Boston
Central Park
or
Lanes.
Olindy's Quincy,
Yeah.
Mass. Really just an amalgamation of talent from all over.
Corey Packett trying to stop the quick rush. 3-2 split. 3-5-10. How you playing this one?
For Murphy's shot, you mean?
Yep.
Oh, I'm just playing it on the just straight at the 3-pin. Don't overthink it.
Missed left.
One of our sayings is just 1 pin to hit. Just focus on hitting that pin. The ball will do the work.
Packett leads a banana split. Where's Casey McCool once again? Second one, Casey. Where are you? You're always hungry, always growling.
I'm right here, Paul.
I'm right here. 10-1.
He's the best.
Corey 8. Everyone loves Casey McCool. If you don't, repent. Casey's a funny dude. Out of 1,300 people who have gone for the Indiana Jones role, he came in 1,300 first place.
My first exposure to him was in the King of the Palace show out of Fitchburg, Massachusetts.
And the Dean Sullivan golf tournament, Casey McCool, Bob Lee said, was a really good golfer, one of the best there.
Dean of the Palace, Dean Sullivan.
Who would know?
By the way, remember, Andrew Murphy is 272 for the duo. Canada 5 is on playoffs tier level. It's just that Academy Lanes is going nuts.
Corey Packett in parallel time like Dark Shadows. Do you know Dark Shadows? Was that on in Canada at all?
Yes,
I love
absolutely.
that show in the 60s and 70s. That was an awesome show. Live on tape, recorded live on tape.
Corey got nothing to lose here. I'd shoot for the red line of that wood and see if it'll come off the wall and see what happens. The ball will go into the pins. He's got nothing to lose. This is a tough shot.
You're saying play the wood.
Play the wood.
Oh, he went. Wow.
He's more accurate than I was.
How confident would you have been in cutting the pins there in that situation? Is that a shot you'll sometimes pass up the wood and go for it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially in a tight match.
9 and 10. Murphy 19, Packard 18 on Candlepin Bowling Network. We cover all the classes free on YouTube forever. Please tell your friends and family, why not? Videos forever on YouTube. You can watch us over and over again and all the other ones. Close to 2,400 videos, over 5,200 subscribers. High definition, Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Like and follow us on Facebook as well.
Forever and ever and ever.
And ever. 2 and the 6.
And there's never, ever, ever a charge.
Never, ever, never, ever.
Super Chats help out. It's a labor of love that we do here, but we are always here for you because I think you'll find we really like bowling a lot.
How about the Super Chat there, Greg?
Oh, yeah, I mentioned that. Don't you worry.
Okay.
I can't wait to go home and listen to how bad I am.
You're doing awesome. You kidding me? You're doing awesome.
No, that's ridiculous. I've had a couple of moments where it's just like, oh, my goodness, it's one of the greatest bowlers of all time, and I'm just here.
No, you treat us with respect. You've come in like you're one of the guys. We appreciate that.
Oh, I can't tell you how much fun this has been and how much I appreciate it. And appreciate what you guys are doing for the sport.
Sometimes it still feels so surreal. I mean, you guys were on the – I mean, were you on any of the TV shows back then, or is it just all
Oh, look at this. Oh, it's too bad.
You were hit. Oh, man, it's May. And the back of its head's getting it. Were you on any of the TV shows back then, or?
Unfortunately, no. No, I was too young, and I just wasn't at the top of my game just then.
Schultz gets to 10. Harris, a 9. So we talked earlier about one of the toughest shots you've made. I think we talked about it earlier. Did you say what that was, the toughest shot you've made? You said Craig made that 5, 8, 10, whatever it was.
Yeah, the Cleary.
Yeah, but the toughest shot you have made yourself, you think? The hardest shot you've made, or the craziest shot you've made? I know you have to dig deep for that one.
No, actually. I just keep thinking about this tournament, but I made the 5-7 no wood. Made the 5-10 no wood.
Love it when it goes.
In the Worlds.
Made the 7-10 no wood.
5-7-10?
No, the
7-10 without wood?
Without wood.
Ooh.
Step
aside.
But flat gutters.
Cole Fry came the closest I saw. The wood skidded to a halt on our stream. I haven't seen it on my camera.
Matt Schultz.
And yes, Casey McCool is here, and yes, he's hungry. Oh, Harris. It's your turn, Paul.
It all started with, I would say, they call it double pinochle 4-7-6-10. I always like banana splits. I call it banana split. It sounds better and tastes better than double pinochle. In case McCool, my Atlantic Candlepin singles tour match would say, I'm hungry. Every time, I'm hungry. So I had, where's Casey McCool? We had the grrrs on him last year, so he gets a kick out of it. Making a little, what do you call it, folk hero.
Well, that's why I felt overwhelmed, because you guys had all of the catchphrases.
Yeah, we have a lot of cutesy ones
together.
As well.
It's just hard to keep up.
Charles Collins, actually, last year, how many nicknames do you have? I said, I don't know. I don't think about it. And I have fellows ask me, can you give me a nickname? Can you give me a nickname? Really, it's amazing. It's kind of flattering in a way, but I said, it doesn't really work that way. It kind of works like on the go, like Jeff Walsh at Riverwalk Lanes, the Friday Night Pro League, had a bunch of wood. He plowed through it, said, bulldozers through the bulldozer. Oh, Jeff, that's a good nickname. He goes, yeah, I like that. So he gets a kick out of that.
Oh.
Bombs away, baby. Strike, Josh Daly.
Bombs away, baby.
28 plus 2 here in the third box, third string.
I had to say that at least once.
Well, you're gonna call the next one, okay?
I'll try.
All right.
I probably won't be able to get ahead of you.
I'll keep my mouth shut for a change, and you can do it, okay?
Here's a tough shot for Mark.
It said broadcasting school mentorship. Do not have any dead air.
Well, Laughlin still has only missed one head pin all match long.
We are not a robot.
Apparently he is.
Hopefully the 5 will carry over. This is a tough shot for a guy unless you throw a hard ball.
Laughlin for a spare.
Which he doesn't.
Ooh, look at that. Oh, get over.
That does not compute to a
what
spare.
A shot.
Oh, no. I think that just cruelly proved your point, Rob. I'm so sorry to say. That was brilliant lateral motion. The fill is 9.
10.
So now Canada 5 ahead on pinfall now, but 2 marks in hand for Academy Lane. So still the margin not really budging at the moment.
Sometimes a double strike gets you back in it, or a cluster of big 20s.
Or sometimes just a
one
great
ball
shot.
getting 5, 6, 7 in a row, too. Daly for another one. Took the wrong turn. Denied the Daly double. All right, if it's a strike, I'm not saying a word, okay? You jump in, all right?
Absolutely.
But it's got to be, it can't be like Casey McCool.
But you got to say it.
It can't be kaboom. It's got to be a thunderous strike, like a no-doubter.
A hammer.
Not like a slow motion Domino's delivers back to a strike, like the Julian strike. Do you remember Dave Julian?
I sure do.
All right, so I heard about that a few years ago, and so I say it all the time. When someone gets it back to a strike when the headpin's last to fall, the Julian strike, even started online. And everybody was like, what the heck's the Julian strike, Paul? That was from Dave Julian. He passed away, I guess, a couple of years ago, but he did a whole bunch of those in the 80s in the Worlds, and they gave him grief, and that nickname stuck. Tell us about Dave Julian.
I only known him just knowing the name. I was still a kid when he was doing a lot of bowling.
Just raising the headset a little bit.
Sorry.
No worries. It drifts.
Somebody has to look after me.
That's my bad. No, I do that to everyone.
Daly is spare, 49 in the ball. 46 through 4 on the other side.
And O'Loughlin gets 46 through 4. You were saying, I'm sorry, about Dave Julian.
Yeah, no, I know Dave Julian, but I never really got to bowl against him or be a part of a lot of competitions with him because I was still a little bit young when he was in his prime.
But people say Julian strike when you bowled, when you bowled, did people say Julian strike out loud up here?
Yep.
You don't hear it down north here, down south rather.
Can anyone corroborate what Ken is saying here? That's interesting. Very sorry if I've...
Good.
I think we're talking about different Dave Julians. There's a Dave Julian in Canada as well.
That's what we're talking about, Dave Julian. Oh, there's 2 Dave Julians in Canada?
No, there's only one.
Okay.
But I thought you were talking about a Dave Julian from the United States.
No,
Dave Julian. We called him Juice.
Juice?
Juicer.
Yeah.
It was a juicer ball.
So you didn't bowl that Dave Julian, right? You said...
I did bowl with that Dave Julian.
Okay, that's what I was talking about. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry I didn't communicate properly.
Yeah, great guy, classy guy, really great team guy, a lot of energy. Good man, just a good guy.
Did you guys give him grief when you got the backdoor strike all the time?
No. Why would we ever give anybody grief for a strike?
This got bumped down. That's why it's so quiet. That's my bad.
Okay, unless we were playing for money.
No single miss there.
We'd always have little games of money on the team, and if you throw a backdoor strike and you ended up taking money out of your teammate's pocket, you probably got a little grief.
One of those, we call them skins games. Is that the term up here as well? If whoever gets the best box gets a little cash pot or it rolls over.
Well, there used to be dimes. We call it playing for dimes. Mm-hmm. There used to be a little different games. If you double strike, everybody pay you $1. 5 in a row, 7 in a game, you get $1.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
So it's like a little payout table more so.
Yep.
So how many strikes do you think Dave Julian got like that?
Bombs away!
Baby!
You forgot baby.
Baby!
All right, scene 1, take. Oh, cut. Scene 1, action 2, roll.
Wait a minute. Oh, I thought I might get a second chance. Bombs away, baby!
There you go. That's a take.
Aaron Fontaine with a hammer.
Does anyone know where the other streams are? So obviously we have our left division stream there. If A+ Accounting and Central Park Lanes, they have a phone up as well. Yeah, everyone has a phone up, but I can't really move from the spot. Just figure out who it is. Maybe they're on Candlepin chat.
What are you looking for?
I don't want to take who's streaming what matches basically. Obviously we have the left division one on 5.
Well, some just put their own phones up too. I'm sure Charles Collins on TikTok _Charles1_.
The phone clearly in view, yeah.
All right, here's the situation.
C- for 1, okay.
Canada 5 up 3 in the string, down 82 in the match, but down 2 spares and 1 strike. Canada needs a lot. They started strong like in the first and the third, but Academy pulling punches back.
Adam Melanson is live. Oh, Adam Melanson is live. That must be theirs. Yeah.
Bombs away, baby! Is that any better?
Collins with a hammer.
I'm being outdone by the 6-time world champion. I love it.
You're not the first.
Hey, I'm not prideful like that. Love to share the wealth. No wealth doing this, but you know what I mean.
I understand.
Adam Melanson has the stream. I'm not sure if it's a public privacy one, but yes, it is. Adam Melanson is streaming as well. Adam on Facebook, yes. Was that 10? Excuse me.
I was too busy checking the boards there by Robbie Henderson.
No. That's a mark. That's a mark. Excuse me. Ryan O'Callahan spares in response.
Did you eat when you bowled at all? Did you not eat at all? Too nervous to eat or just not eat?
I didn't. I ate very small meals.
Oh, boy!
Bombs away, baby.
Bombs away, baby!
Boy.
Double strike. What do you say about that? A 3-letter word.
Wow.
Okay, I got to work on you. It's only your first time here. I'll give you an extra.
Right. I need another match.
I'll give you another few boxes.
I need another match.
Well, you're welcome to join us in the weekend if you want to. If you're around.
So, there we go. So to review the directory here, Able versus Fenway Academy should be on the left division stream, either Candlepin Bowling Network. I think Candlepin Corner's collabing on this one as well.
Yes.
Then we've got Karanapani, C- doing Central, and A+ Accounting. We're here, and Adam Melanson has the Kingswood and Outlaw Rides. Get it, got it good.
We'll get an update later on. I'll get out of your hair for a while, and I'll check scores later as I get late in the match.
6-fill lane box O'Callahan. He's on 47 through 4. Yes.
So what kind of food did you eat when you bowled? Did you just bring munchies? Did you bring...
No munchies. No, I tried to eat healthy bananas and just some healthy food, but I could only eat a little bit at a time. I could never sit down and have a meal while I was bowling. I usually just waited. I had a decent breakfast and then just snacked throughout the day.
Was the rule like an hour before you bowled or 2 hours before you bowled so it settles down so you're not feeling like weighted and heavy?
Yeah, kind of. But I always tried to get as much food as I could into me before the tournament started because I knew I wasn't going to eat much. The one thing I didn't drink any alcohol, which just wasn't my thing.
Same here.
I might have one drink during the day, but it was a lot of just staying hydrated.
A lot of water?
Yep, a lot of water.
No Gatorade back then as much, right?
Not as much.
We call that one the 6-pack, but anyway.
Check his ID.
Here's another one. Speaking of not getting weighed down, the norm of shorts in the game. Would you have liked wearing shorts if they were allowed, or were they allowed even, and it just wasn't as much the norm back then? Be honest.
They were allowed, but nobody did it, and I would never do it. I could never feel comfortable in shorts, even when I went to practice. If it was warm out, I could never bowl in shorts. It just didn't feel right.
How about in the old days, wear suits and stuff like that? Dress women in skirts?
Packard just ends up with a 2-fill. We'll have Duncan MacDougall for an update in just a second. Headpin smashed by Andrew Murphy.
Yes, America runs on Duncan with Duncan MacDougall.
We got a couple of barn burners over on our side as well. Abel trying to mount a comeback. They came into the third string down 30 against Fenway Academy and have trimmed it into the 20s now. CPL trying to mount a comeback against A+. It's hard going. A+ is standing strong. And I hear it is an absolute dogfight in the Canadian matchup. Outlaw rides in Kingswood. Outlaw getting out to a huge lead in the first. And Kingswood trimming it down to 20, exchanging doubles all over the place in that match. It's going to be a really high-scoring affair down to the wire on the right-hand side.
What's it right now in the third, do you know? What's the score in the third? How close in the third is it, do you know?
Can't hear you, Paul, but that's okay.
What's the score in the third?
What's
For
the
that
score
one, I don't know. I'm not over there.
Okay,
I'll send Aiden over. He can update you guys, all right?
Our top story of the
Aiden
night.
Bourgeois, our Canadian correspondent.
Our top story of the night.
Thank you guys very much. We'll talk to you soon.
Hey, the CBC were here. Genuinely, you could have interviewed with them.
And they're still going to interview us during the broadcast. I guess they left.
They were doing, it might have been Francophone interviews with Birchall Siding, in fact.
They were. Okay, back to live action. Harris missed the object of 2 that time. He had 4 in the fill, 23 through 2 here in the final string. And that's a Paul Grant shot.
Yeah. Murphy gained essentially 2 marks there. Packard did not get his out on the third ball there, so we'll watch this space, even though Academy's still ahead in this one.
Schultz trying to get a big out. And that's why I hate it. CJ, the bunny hole, that a 4. It's golf season still. Is it golf season still here? 4.
No, it's a little too chilly for golf. Indoor golf, maybe. Simulator.
That's a $4, right, Greg?
Gave the 4 back, but Harris
23
with a 7 this time.
10 and 1, 10 and 2, brutal. Not what they wanted. Harris uncorks. 2 perfect. He gets a spread eagle, the 8 rather, behind the 2. I called it a youch.
You got to think with the lead that Academy has that they've probably taken their foot off the gas a little bit as well.
Actually, it was a 3 box for.
Is there a letdown sometimes that you've ever had? You guys, I'm sure you guys like Killer Instinct as 6-time world champion, 8 times for yourself in the finals. Can there be a letdown where you actually lose a match sometimes? Because you take your foot off so much, or you just not on purpose, but mentally?
No.
Is there mental? You see it in sports all the time. People have 25-pin leads in basketball and they lose.
Yeah, no, I've never ever experienced that with us. Not where we said we've got enough of a lead, we don't have to bowl well anymore. To take your foot off the gas to the extreme where we lost a match that we were up to the extent Academy lanes would be in this match. No.
That wasn't implying that you would, tank it or anything like that. But sometimes there could be sometimes the mental. It's like, when you get that 203, is that like a third string? You got that 203. Is that a third string or a first string or a second string?
That would have been, it's a long time ago. I was in my early 20s when that happened.
Because a lot of times you see a big string like that, they'll get like a 150 or a 190, and they'll come back with like a 96.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Takes experience to bowl well.
Greg with an update.
6 marks to 2 for Academy Lanes in that last pair of boxes. That includes a double strike, so effectively 7 to 2. And once again, the match is tilting to the green team.
Josh Dale on a spare, but first, Marco Laughlin. Nice ball. A Canadian bucket of 5.
Another headbin, Greg.
24! 24 headbins!
No, there's a mental talent to being able to not worry about bowling a big string when you're bowling really well and you're throwing 4, 5, 6 marks in a row, to not start to overthink things and just continue on what you're doing and what's making you successful on that string.
Daly a 6-pack, 4 in the fill after the strike, 53 through 4. Laughlin can't get the sleeper of the 9.
Oh, I remember my question. Pin bowling, you're a pins bowler or a spot bowler in terms of what you look at?
Yeah, spot bowler. Yeah. I was the same way too. And then someone tried to change me, and I screwed me up. Honestly, I never should have listened.
Some people look at the reflections of the pins.
Like you say, bowl your own thing.
Yep.
So you get in a slump, you try to change too many things. You try to do 2 or 3 different things, too many things at once. It throws you off.
All I ever really there's a couple of little things. Like if I was missing to the right, I probably was dropping my shoulder. If I was missing to the left, my feet were probably moving too fast. And I was getting to the line too quick, and I was just overthrowing and missing to the left.
Would your teammates tell you that?
No, that I would recognize that myself.
That's pretty good discipline.
Yeah, and really, small changes make big differences. So you're looking at moving a half. If you're punching the head pin, you're only moving a half a board. You try to bring the ball in at a little bit of a different angle.
Talk about Doug Blackler. Doug Blackler, the guy.
Oh yeah, I won my first world title with Dougie Blackler. Yeah.
Oh, we missed
just
one.
for like to have 5 or 6 steps in his style, be as smooth as he was, throw the ball under, incredibly accurate, incredibly good under pressure.
Laughlin for a spare. No. Ooh. Daly's chance. No. Talk about your individual team. If you can run, I know they're going to get mad if you don't mention their names, but maybe you can talk about some of the individuals in your team, what you liked about them, how dominant they were, or what you liked about their game.
Oh, Sean O'Flaherty was a bigger, stronger version of Dougie Blackler. Smooth, could make any shot in the lane in any situation. Fantastic at reading deadwood and playing shots. Timmy Kerrigan, selfless. Always worried more about the team than his individual scores or himself. More concerned about your success than his own. Always seemed to make the right move, no matter what situation the team was in.
Anybody ever question him, though?
We had so much success, how could you question him?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? He made so many great moves. How do you question a guy that's making the right move all the time? Yeah. But the only time we ever questioned Timmy is he was such a fantastic bowler, he probably should have been in the lineup a little more than he was. Ooh. That would be the only question that I would have for Timmy. But one thing about him is you always knew whatever decision he was making, it was for the best of the team. It wasn't about ego. It wasn't about friendship.
Yes! Fontaine, spare on strike. Brad Glynn narrowly missed that 10.
Pat Burchell and Tony McLaughlin were 2 of the best teammates that you could ever ask for. And both, if everybody looked at our team, they might look at Pat and Tony and say that they maybe weren't in the top 3 or 4 bowlers on our team. But I can't tell you how many times that they came up with a big game or a big match that saved us. They're like the unsung heroes of our team. And like I say, all they cared about was our success and us winning, and did whatever they needed to do, whether it was mark score, bowl a big string, to help us win. Davey Somerton. Davey was a handful.
Check
Davey had
made.
a lot of. Sorry, Greg.
Brad Glynn with a mark on the 6. No worries. I'll cut in and then let it go.
Davey was a young guy with a lot of energy, and sometimes that energy worked against him. So every once in a while, you had to rein him in a little bit. But a fantastic, powerful ball, a heavy ball, a lot of big games, a lot of energy. He brought a lot of energy to the team. What can I say about Chris Hollett? Probably the best bowler of his generation. Just deadly in every situation. No shot he couldn't make, and no bowler he couldn't beat. Like, I can't even talk how fortunate I feel to have been a part of a team with him.
He won the World Singles too, didn't he?
I think he won 2 or 3.
That's why it was him that won the 3, not you.
Right.
Right.
So I got Timmy, Dougie and Stevie gave me, Dougie Blackler and Stevie Webb gave me my first opportunity to win a world title. I'll be forever grateful for the lessons they taught me and the opportunities they gave me.
Double fill fizzles a little bit here, but Canada 5 still needs a little help here. Does O'Callaghan provide? Yes.
They're still trying to hang in there somehow. A long miracle away from winning this. They need a lot of magic.
Collins combines for 21 pins on the strike fill, so with a good second ball there, does well. That's
a wow 10. The power of the double strike.
Unbelievable.
69.5.
The rise of the Terminator continues. Charles Collins.
We got Mark Weber. He's channeling Pete Weber.
Anybody else on your team you want to comment about so they won't get their feelings hurt? No
Barry,
pressure.
Barry Howard, who was on one of our World Championship teams, the first championship we won on American soil. Great guy. Had the flu that week. Came in and bowled one match, and I think he had a 400, and that was about all the energy he had.
Thanks. Good doing the double strike, Charles. Thanks.
Let me go.
Good doing the double strike. Thanks. Give me a hard time. $1 for Candlepins for Cancer. Second pin left, second pin right, the 6 pin or the 4 pin, $1. Optional Candlepins for Cancer. 5 in a spare, 10 on the double strike.
You wouldn't have made much money off me.
20 if you're you.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
How many lemon drops you have? You gave me $20 the other day, right?
Yeah, I gave you $20, but it wasn't for a lemon drop.
All right, it was just a donation.
No, I don't. Yeah,
I tried to ask you past lemon drops.
0. 0. The only time I hit that pin is when it was a 9-pin break, or it was to go for a spare.
That's impressive.
Lemon drops are governed by the Calvin Ball Bowling Association.
Most impressive. Most impressive.
That it's not going down. Hit the button. Brother Charles, $7, 76 through 6. Brian O'Callaghan, 71 through 6.
What's the most strikes you ever thrown? I'm sorry, I knew you threw 6 one time, you said, right? 6 strikes one time? How about overlapping strings? Have you ever did like 5 or 6 or 7 overlapping 2 strings?
I think in a 3-string match, I think I've probably gotten to double digits a couple of times.
Here's the singles thing. Anthony Caron provided a lot of singles. Any chance you remember that 2000, who he defeated in that one, or do you not know offhand?
Just let me think about the year 2000. So 2000.
The year 2000.
The year 2000.
We go back in time.
So 99 was in Halifax. 2000. Oh, I do. And his first and guess what? Chris Hall should have never lost to this guy. Or no, was it? No, wait, no
2001.
where's Dick? Wait, no, where's he
Chris
lost?
Hall lost in
Dick Duncan. Right, he should have never lost to Dick Duncan.
No.
Who did Chris Hall beat in 2000?
Yeah.
Jack Berrigan in the lineup now for Academy Lanes.
So
I bowled with him.
So where's the 7th box you can come in, I guess? He just came in, right, Greg? Or has he been in? I haven't paid attention.
Yeah, well, Packard had a tough out on the last one after the spare, so they'll try another hot hand here, hopefully. Berrigan's got a good average of his own in the tournament.
So that just proves you can come in the 7th box.
It's, no, it's the 5th and 6th, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm on the wrong name, that's why.
Oh, okay. That makes sense, okay.
Otherwise, your logic would have held.
All right.
Valid, but not sound, and that's my fault.
A spare 2 and a 3. Unusual for Packard bowling.
I'm sorry, my memory's just not helping out that.
Well, it's interesting how we just don't have the listing anywhere. I mean, we got the trophy with names since Mark Ritchie in 2013, of course, but Berrigan gains 10 versus 7.
Canada 5 trying to make one miraculous comeback. But you got to applaud their effort. They're not giving up. They're not checking out. They're staying loose. They're cheering each other on.
Oh, they're a great example of what a team should be.
Absolutely.
Sticking together, whether it's in victory or defeat. But unfortunately, I think they're all done for the World's Tour 2025.
If they'd won one more string, there may have been better chances against Outlaw Rides, possibly. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
But if they didn't win that last string, they wouldn't be in. So you want to rather be in than not be in, obviously, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
1,800 is trivial for Academy lanes at this point.
Look at that. Look, go.
Oh!
Not quite. Here comes the wood. This is like bunch formation.
Oh, Murphy like O'Loughlin earlier. Same thing. The power just not there.
Berrigan, wood shooting spare. It's the hair. He's no Samson. 53 in the ball through 6.
Yeah, a little bit of speed, a little bit of spin on the ball can do a lot of magic on the pins.
How fast do you think he threw the ball? I mean, there's no radar gun, I think, back then, right? Did the scoreboard show you at all?
No.
How fast do you think you'd throw it if you had to estimate it? Were you a hard ball? Medium?
Oh, I was I threw the ball hard. I don't know. I probably would be, if I was going to compare myself, I'd probably be just behind Joe Ashline.
We got guys like Keith Wopray and Josh Day in the Worlds last year, over 46 miles an hour sometimes. Tim Douglas, Tornado.
Do you know it in freedom units? Top speed's probably about 40 miles an hour. Yeah.
Kilometers.
They are better. We're just not used to them. That's literally it.
Matt Schultz. Good try.
I'd be very comparable to Josh Daly. Yep.
He tops out over 40 miles per hour. Harris's ball glances through. Sorry, buddy, headed on the 1-3 side. That's not going to take it there.
Who do you see in the Canadian side coming up the rank? Who do you see in the Canadian? I know there's a lot of youth programs gone since COVID. Now they're coming back here. That's about 30 or 40 on Saturday mornings now at 10 o'clock. Who do you see come up the ranks? Early 20s, maybe late teens? Anybody?
Nobody.
That's the problem up
That's
here.
the problem. That's the problem.
So for this youth program, we'll get that trend going the right direction.
Yeah. This is just my opinion. I'm sure there'll be others that have different opinions, but it will not be long before the Canadians can't compete with the Americans anymore. We just don't have the feeder system, and guys the popularity of your guys' program, and you can just see that the level of talent at the younger ages is more on the American side. You can see our teams getting older.
Well, Academy Lanes has 90 people or so, 85, 90 people in their program for years.
Yeah.
There are some cracks in the American pipeline, too. The ICBA wasn't able to host the youth tournament this year, which was a disappointment to some, for example, the ICYBA, but it doesn't invalidate what you're saying.
But is that because of lack of numbers, or is that something else?
I'm not entirely certain. Okay.
Yeah.
It was a logistical situation there. So
we've had a lot of houses close in Nova Scotia too. There's just not a lot of houses anymore. There's just this is one of the only houses that could really host this tournament.
Yeah, Kingswood used to a few years ago, but of course that's a whole can of worms as well.
Yes.
Alongside guest commentator Rob Henderson and our very own Paul Grant, I'm Greg Gouillart for Candlepin Bowling Network. In that last pair of boxes, Canada 5 gained 2 marks to 2 for Academy Lanes, so the match stagnating a bit, and that's perfectly fine for the team looking to repeat as champions.
Okay, I'm going to give you some play-by-play here.
Okay, we're back at it.
You're welcome. Or ready or not, I guess, No, it's always a pleasure to have you.
And don't do heavy metal either, okay?
Oh, great ball. 7-pin shaken, but it's going to stand.
Oh, interesting. I'm not going to say anything. Don't worry about it. Your secret's safe with me.
All right.
2,
Mark
7,
takes
8.
out the 8. Josh just slides into the ditch for a 9.
You have to make this shot before. It's a tough one without wood.
Absolutely. I made all the
Daly
shots.
plunders the plank. Sorry, I got to add some climax into this.
Sure. I've made all the shots from back here.
It really is so much easier.
That's how you won.
Absolutely. I just penciled it in. And
Imagine they're pre-bowling for the Worlds.
call your scores in.
I was on vacation. Here you go.
Yeah.
I got a 500.
Josh Daly on the top pin. Tough break, leaves the 5-10.
You said you'd be a lot like Josh Daly. How would you say so?
I'm sorry, say that again.
You say you probably you're more like a Josh Daly back then for you.
Oh, I could throw the ball. I could throw the ball that hard. That's what I was referring to. Josh is way smoother than me. I can't. It's hard to tell from back here if that wood's covering the 5-pin. If it is, he could probably play it just below the red line and have the ball carry into the 10. If not, he's going to have to throw it up high. Ooh, and the ball almost went over and got it.
I wonder if his ball went over the top of the pin. You can't tell from here.
It kind of looked like it went over. It went in front of it over and kind of over top of it.
Did you ever lose a ball in the ceiling, or like lose your ball and you slip and your ball goes like a different lane, or you fall over the foul line?
I throw the masking unit every once in a while.
Wow, that's rude, Paul. Now I hope Drywall Concepts wins.
No, I didn't mean it that way. I'm just saying, like he got stuck in the money match beam. I'm not picking on it. I didn't make a big deal about it, honestly. I didn't want to embarrass him, but he stuck his foot and the ball went sky high, and the ball went in the ceiling, never came down.
Yeah. I never threw the ball anywhere that I didn't want to throw it.
Yeah.
Did you ever trip over the line, fall flat in your face?
Yeah, absolutely.
Foul?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you ever foul in the Worlds or the tournament?
Not in the Worlds. No. Well, yeah, early on in Bangor I did. Early on. But, I mean,
Do you like the idea of no... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I think there should be foul lines.
What about lob lines?
Well,
They don't have them here anymore now.
I absolutely think there should be lob lines, but I never ever put too much energy into worrying about people that threw it over the lob line. I'm good enough to beat. I've always felt that I was good enough to beat anybody, no matter how they threw the ball. You want to throw it 15 or 20 feet down the lane? Well, then I'll just put my style against yours, and we'll see who wins.
Do you think it helps your game or hurts your game, lobs?
I always thought if your ball's going to hit into the ground, it takes the spin off it. It could change the direction of your ball. I don't know how anybody who lobs the ball could be accurate. Big
controversy down south about that. You want to get rid of the lob line, but like the tuck rule for Brady, until it changes, you got to obey the law.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, no, I think the lob line, and it helps the proprietors too, because
people start throwing the ball like you throw it in the
right,
you know.
Right. But really, though, if you throw it out past the lob line, and it's a different type of wood past the lob line, and you're putting divots in the lanes, that hurts the proprietors.
Right. Exactly. Let's start throwing the ball on the ceiling.
Oh, man.
Boom, baby. Wow.
Check.
Aaron Fontaine, 1, 2,
start selling
3,
some merchandise.
4, 5, 6, 7 strikes in the match.
Krista made the bombs away, baby. Might make the second, miss the second, make the third. The Paul Grant special. Wow, what a mug. Pretty cool. It's flattering. I don't got a big head, but it's cute.
Won't hurt your shoulder patting yourself on the back.
No, I'm not like that. I appreciate the kind words. It keeps me motivated, but I do it because I love doing it, and it's nice to hear that. I don't walk around thinking I've arrived, because I haven't.
Glenn Glantz is the 1-6-10 pretty. He's got 101 through 8. Perfectly sensible.
But it's always encouraging because you get a lot of flack from people, too, from the bowlers, too. So it's always nice to hear something nice for a change.
I don't think you two give yourself enough credit for all what you're doing. And anybody who gives you any flack, I don't think you should listen to it and take it too much to heart. You guys are fantastic.
Thank you. You're awfully kind.
I don't want to touch Calvin Locke with a 10-foot pole right now. He just made a huge shot, and he is jacked. That's the sort of energy you get here in Men's Worlds.
That's the sort of energy you need to win.
Yeah, and I say that lovingly. That is a man who is dialed in and wants to win.
That'd be a big grudge match over there. I know a lot of those guys bowled with each other before, so there's probably a lot of emotion in that match.
Duncan MacDougall is going to check an update on the Kingswood Outlaw Rides Canadian match in the opening round here, playoffs. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock local Atlantic time, 8 o'clock Eastern, 9:30 for our fantastic friends in Newfoundland. Where are the Newfoundland fans in the stream? They were here yesterday in attendance, some of them.
There is a Newfie among all the provinces represented by Canada 5. At least one.
Shout out to my wife, Renee. She's from Labrador.
Okay. What's up with the half hour? What's up with the half hour in Newfoundland? They make fun of it all the time, don't they?
They just like to party an extra little bit.
Best provincial flag aesthetically, in my opinion.
Outlaw up 2 boxes to go.
Anybody in marks?
Outlaw up 2 with 2 boxes to go.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Both on marks. Wow.
Outlaw 2 boxes to go and marks open. Outlaw +2.
We can't get our camera that far over, I don't think, unfortunately.
Well,
Yeah, nobody's open going into the 10th. They both, I can't tell what the fill was on their marks.
Yeah, it's hard to read that scoreboard, too. So we'll wait for Duncan for the update. What a finish. Got to credit Kingswood. They had a tough day today.
1 box to go.
No marks. Outlaw rides by 1. Outlaw rides by 1. No marks on the board. Final box. Justin Jones, a soft hit.
With the cost of bowling discourage young bowlers. That's an interesting one. I can think of a couple things between like that and streaming services, for example, getting your dollar, and also maybe the increased cost of bowling with also a lot of issues as well.
Kingswood in trouble now.
You see the prices of bowling, and you remember how it was back in the day. Inflation is a thing.
Yeah, listen, no.
Outlaw rides. Oh, the ball to the right, you can see way off to the right, didn't go down.
We still got the possibility of tie here, even though
If he gets to 10, though,
Yep.
if he gets to 10, they clinch it.
Yep.
But look at that split. They got to get that one over the mini
Is that
split.
the 1-5 or the 1?
It's hard to see from here. He didn't get it. And Outlaw Rides advances barely. Wow. Kingswood gets defeated. They came back all the way down. And Outlaw Rides pumped up. They're moving on to the quarterfinals tomorrow morning. Now, do they go across the other side or they stay here still? The 3 seed.
I think they stay on this side.
Yeah, they have to stay on that side.
The whole time.
Now, the crossover does not happen again.
Now, do they bowl Academy or do they bowl? We'll find out in a minute here.
I just want to go back to Greg's point about the cost of bowling for kids and stuff like that. For example, it's a lot of lanes, and like I say, no disrespect to the proprietors because they have to make their money too. But it's $20 an hour to rent a lane now, where I could, if I had $20, I could probably bowl all day for 2 or 3 days when I first started.
5 more pins for Academy lanes. So Outlaw Rides
Tough 4 there for Murphy.
will face, presumably, Academy lanes in the second round match. Number 1 seed,
Number 3
Exeter's
seed.
Lucky Strike, on their high horse right now, having usurped the first round bye after an 8-0 over Academy in the Week 11 match.
Robbie Anderson will wrap up the play-by-play.
Or else.
Murphy slides down on the 3-pin. What do we got here for Jack Berrigan? He's got multiple options. He could play the nose right in front. He could slide down to the left by the 7-pin.
Oh,
Nose takes it.
Rising star out of Academy Lanes, Club 125, Haverhill, Mass. It's the hair. And what's the closest match you ever lost in the Worlds?
Oh, well, they're called, the name of the team was All Saints. They have Gary Carrington, Chris Sargent, Sean Baker, Jeff Surratt, Mike Morgan, Bill Treefel was the captain, Chris Boisvert. We were coming home, and it was the match for the bye. I finished with 2 spares. Gary Carrington finished with spare strike, and they beat us by 1 pin.
Wow. And when was that? And what round was that?
That was the last round of the tournament. It was like it would be yeah.
oh man, look at these scores here. I've just got it. I'm going to share with the folks in a second here.
2-pin win, we're told, by Bob Whitcomb.
Anthony Karen has made the trip all the way up here. Thank you also for the singles historical data, by the way. That's Rob Henderson, by the way, of McLaughlin Truck and Trailer. Schultz makes the spare. 1851 to 1848 is the final score over Outlaw Rides over Kingswood.
3-pin win for Outlaw Rides. So it looks like it's Academy. Outlaw Rides in 1 match, right?
Oh man, welcome to the world. 1848, no good.
Wow. We'll get updates on the other scores in just a moment. Other scores? You got the scores over there? We'll check it.
Danny Harris on the 2-pin, punches 2. Schultz,
There we
the 1-5.
We'll
get the information crosswise while we call the rest of this match.
We were told 2 pins, 1850, 1848 officially. It would maybe 3 because he got a 10 box. Yeah.
Danny down to the right.
Yeah. It was 3 because he got an 8 box. Yeah.
Okay. Nice offer by Schultz.
But Outlaw Rides by single digits advances. And highly likely now to take on Academy lanes.
The question, will they be on our featured lanes tomorrow is the question. Who else is here tomorrow? We have
9 and 8. Well, it depends on where they put them. The semifinals will probably not be on 13-14, but there's only going to be one match per division going on, so it'll just be a question of which side it ends up being as we go back to the top. We'll have to talk that over, but it worked out last time around.
Bulls giving you grief here. Some of your friends giving you grief here, Robbie. What's up with that?
Well, you got to say, you said friends. You got to be careful who you're talking about.
A route for Academy Lanes. And Canada 5, they did great all weekend. They were under 500. They won 3 straight matches. They had a 26-0 streak. They needed all that and hung on the last day, 2-6 last match just to get here.
Yeah, what an incredible run. What a great bunch of guys. Josh keeps it going. Was that I believe that was a spare?
Sure
spare
was.
for Josh.
Really? All right. I think it's time to hit the button on that one.
And we talked a little bit earlier about relegation for some of these teams. Well, you look at Canada 5, you go look and see where they were last year in this tournament or the last time it was in Canada.
Known as Prosperity U.
Right. They were not even close to being in a playoff spot, and here they are in the first round against Academy.
Some have speculated that any relegation should be tempered and have a 2 round where if you're in the bottom part for 2 consecutive tournaments, perhaps then that starts becoming a question.
I think if people are raising a lot of money in getting into this tournament, I think that everybody can have an off year, and absolutely after their second poor finish might be something you can look at.
The lanes aren't oiled here at all. There's no oil in these lanes, are there? Because Greg Holbrook thought there may be some oil because he had a hard time grabbing the lanes, he said. He had like a 112, 113, 114 average this week. So unusual for him.
There might have been some oil at the start of the week, but it's probably working itself in quite a bit.
I actually asked Jeff, who was a 25-year employee here at Fairlanes Moncton. It was 2 years ago, and I said, hey, is there an issue if I go on the lanes to take a photo of things? And he said, no, there's no issue there. So I just went out on the lanes. There was no problem. So certainly not. And it's never anything enough for you folks out there to slip on. That's for certain.
All right, play-by-play with Robbie Henderson in the DJ booth.
Josh finishes off with a 6 on his mark for a 126.
Are you a singer, by the way? You like to sing?
No, I couldn't carry a note to the store.
So I always tell people you can do that song Tequila.
Hang on.
2 words, Tequila, twice.
Hang on. I know he does this every time, but how much did Josh Daly roll for the triple?
393.
Thank you. Listen, we get spoiled with the man, but we got to shout that out, Paul.
I'm sorry. We're too busy
no
absorbing the conversation here.
Kidding.
Well, 393s, and Aaron Fontaine's over 400 now, and he's open on a strike.
Which again means on a mark in Canada, which I think makes more sense. You shut the box after, I guess, but that's not a term as much. No, 7's all you get.
Oh, great spare.
Great strength for Glenn.
Absolutely.
It seems it probably needs one more bowl, you think, maybe to get to the next level, possibly, you think?
Who, Canada 5? Probably a couple.
It is noteworthy that Chris Ryder is not on the roster this time around. 2024 singles champion.
How do those conversations look like in your team? You know you're 1 or 2 away. Obviously, you guys have that problem so much, but how do you have that conversation with that team?
They're not easy conversations because not only are you picking somebody up, you're letting somebody go. And you're going to look at them and you're going to look at a teammate that's been, with you for however amount of time and say, you know what, you're not good enough anymore.
Reminds me of that Dallas Cowboys Netflix documentary where it was like, we have to pick one person out of 30 to say, hey, you are the one person out of this whole bunch that we're saying, no, you're not making it.
Fenway wins their match against 1830 to 1776 over Able Evolved Realty. So Able Evolved Realty loses to Fenway Academy. They lost the 6 points to the Hatchman earlier today. They would have had to play the other team if not. So Fenway moves on and try and get to the finals again for the 3rd year in a row and try and get that first elusive title.
Everyone's looking on with keen interest. The Central Park Lanes just made a torrent of noise just now.
Just looking at the scoreboard, there's a lot more marks on Central Park's lanes in the 3rd game than there seems to be for A+.
You're trying to stun the 5-time world champions.
Tough break off the headbin for Aaron. a little bit easier to swallow with a 150 pin lead.
Hey, I think you're a natural at this. You're really good at analyzing things, sharing stories. Where is he? See where is he going? Had some fun too.
Well, when you're surrounded by talent, things are easy.
Huh?
Who came in? It's
hello,
like
I'm here too.
It's like the Three
I said
Stooges.
surrounded.
It's like the Three Stooges. Gentlemen, who came in?
That's very kind. Thank you very much. I mean, it doesn't get old hearing it from the people who've seen the game at its highest levels as well. So much appreciated.
Greg, mention Super Chat one more time if you could, please.
It's the heart button and the $sign on YouTube. Again, gratuitous for the folks who said like, I want to get to Candlepin Bowling Network. For those sorts, or if you're so inclined, please do share it here. I'm watching the chat as well. I will definitely shout you out as well, as is Internet Cyberspace Law. And really appreciate your support, even just by liking the video, even just by watching, frankly. That helps us and the bowling community as well. Thank you very much, right?
The only bad thing now is my time with you is about to end.
Aw, well, thank you so much for making all the time here. I think there is a bit of a reality that we may have had the least climactic match of the bunch, but it is also a very sobering reminder to everyone who is amped up right now that Academy Lanes is coming for you, and they are red hot. Don't let that 8-0 against Exeter's Lucky Strike deceive you.
And that's the Waters World, Justin Waters.
May I take some camera photos of this?
Get some other scores coming in. Official scores.
Oh, we could just have? We're just allowed to have the score blanks right here. Oh, man, the perks you get around here are astounding.
You're just amazing here.
10 box and 8. Thank you, Jeff, very much for the hookup on that. Paul, what you got?
All right, Fenway County, we just mentioned 1830, 1776. Oh, Able Evolve Realty Group. Cole Fry, 374. Brian Kroll, 348. Tim Jim and Jalbert, 371. Joe Smith, 360. Chris Merrill, 377. 144. Cole Fry led the team for the high game. For Able Evolve Realty, Garrett Martin, 324. Sterling Trites, 1 string, 110. Combination, I guess, with Ryan Cox, 371. Billy Gillis, 340. Mike Brown, 387. Oh, he combined with Lucas Nickerson, rather. They combined for 244 for Lucas Nickerson and 354 combined with Sterling Trites. 1776 for them. That's the spirit, but not enough. 1830. Fenway Academy moving on to the second round, the quarterfinals. Outlaw Rides, 1851. Kingswood, 1848. They survived by 3. Adam Alonson, 372. Grady Wood, 392. Davey Summerton, 369. Andy Babineau, 334. Calvin Locke, 384. Kingswood, Devin, the real deal Brooks, the only 400, 413. Sean Duthright, 355. Chris Ryder, 367. Justin Jones, 388. Corey Smith, 350.
Get over 10 pin. Ben Witz, thanks for the super chat. Is now a good time, Paul, to thank him real quick?
Thank you, Ben. Is Ben?
Yeah, Ben Witz, thank you for the 10
Oh,
US.
Ben Witz, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Our Wisconsin friend, $10 US. Thank you so much for the support of what we do.
We got an upset. Central Park Lanes is making a move to win. Can they pull off the upset on A+? Wow. Shocking developments here. Let's get a quick update. Aiden, come over here. Aiden. What do you got over there? CPL has won it? Central Park Lanes upsets the 5-time defending champions A+ by 2. Wow. 5 to tie, 6-1 gets a 7, Phil. Who got that? Who got this, Phil?
Matt Nichols.
Matt Nichols, Buffalo Nichols. Wow. Shocking. They were down to the 2.
I don't see A+ moving over to shake hands. I think there might be a discussion about something here. No, here we go.
Whoa, wait a minute. Now they're high-fiving. What is going on over there?
Wow, that's a stunner. They lose in the first round. There will not be a 6th title for A+ accounting.
Well, wait, why were the A+ high-fiving just now? Am I confused?
They just traditionally probably high-five the team.
It just kind of looked.
Then they have their own team meeting, then they go over and talk.
It just seemed like they were looking at the scores intently before they moved on.
Sorry to cause confusion there. I was just looking at what I was seeing there.
Wow, that is an upset in the rankings, folks, on paper anyway.
Absolutely.
But Central Park Lanes bowling great the last couple of days. The 5th seed moving on to the quarterfinals. The 4th seed, actually. The 4th seed, Central Park Lanes. They were 5th. Coming in today, they're 4th now, and they're on to the final 8 teams. And they're going to play tomorrow now, Greg. They're going to play the 4th seed. They'll be playing, let's see. Is it brackets or is it just is it reseeded?
We go by seed. Well, so it would go by. I believe it goes by seeds. At least it did.
Well, no one crosses over, so it's
Right.
going to be
So
Academy versus Outlaw Rides.
It's going to be Academy and Outlaw Rides.
And
I'm going to play dumb and get someone to confirm for me.
So just two matches tomorrow morning to start.
right, Fenway Academy against.
So Candlepin will have full coverage of both the quarterfinals and the semifinals and the finals on 2 different feeds. Bob Lee will join myself, Greg Gouillart, and Duncan MacDougall for the finals. Tomorrow starts at 9 o'clock Atlantic time, 8 o'clock Eastern, 9:30 in Newfoundland. Some wild action here today. All right, take us home, Robbie Henderson.
All right. We've got our anchor bowlers up, Danny Harris, Matt Schultz, finishing out the match.
A stunner for sure.
Great match, great week by Canada 5. They should be proud of their effort, proud of their accomplishment this week.
2 years Lucky Strike didn't make the playoffs. Maria Subs did not make it this year. Always a staple in the playoffs, whether they win a round or 2 or 3 or all of it. Boy, Central Park Lanes, good for them.
It's good for the tournament to see teams like that come through.
This is why every pin counts, folks. Never throw a ball away. Don't give up and you get discouraged. Wow. All right. Your final box, Robbie.
Schulte?
Huh?
The math was wrong. A+? A+? Was it A+?
A+1. There was a math error. Wow.
Wow,
I knew the high fives looked suspect. A+ accounting over Central Park Lanes. No wonder they look crestfallen in yellow.
Okay, wow. So A+ does win it. Excuse us. We got the wrong information. The scoring error on the sheet.
No, Matt Nichols celebrated that. He thought he won. He thought he hit the bonus at the end there. He was pulling his hair out and everything. He thought he drilled that. And then they go back to the paper and A+ accounting with their business-like high fives because they're the Titans they are.
Wow.
Oh,
so they survived. What a heartbreaking loss.
And Men's World is emotional enough, Rob. I mean, imagine.
We've had just about everything this week, haven't we?
Have you ever seen anything like that, like a paper error like that?
So we go back,
not a paper
scene
error,
one,
nope.
take 2 action roll.
Not a paper error. Not a paper error. Never seen anything like that.
Wow.
Nope.
We had one early in the week where a team was told they won and they tied and they ended up winning it, not tying it. A 10-pin scoring error, we found out. Wow.
So yes, I guess it must have been a question of a tens digit. A+ accounting by 9 pins after Matt Nichols thought he took it away at the end there. Fenway Academy, that looks like 1830, I believe that is. 1830 for an ironically American 1776 for Abel. So Fenway Academy takes on, yes, A+ accounting, and then Academy Lanes and Outlaw Rides will advance. Outlaw Rides winning by 3 pins. Calvin Locke's celebration not in vain there. And by and large, the largest win here, Academy over Canada 5 by, it's 1874. It turns out to be 1715. I was off 2 pins, and we'll have to go to Fairlanes bowling at this point because the transparencies are far and gone.
Wow, what a finish.
So thank you very much here. I'm going to mug for a photo here. Thank you, Duncan MacDougall. Please hurry up.
Thank you.
I'm going to hand this back to Anthony Caron with many thanks for making the trip up here. He's been in the background of Channel 5 shows, and now he's in the background of this. Amid it all. Whoa, okay.
Guys, I can't thank you guys enough for letting me be a part of this. This is a highlight for me.
How about a 3-letter word for joining the broadcast booth for all 3 strings?
Wow.
Academy Lanes with an 1874, which I think was the highest score of anyone. Listen, Outlaw Rights put up a pretty darn good number as well. Canada 5 immediately proudly posing for a photo out there. Good for them. What a showing for a team that was bottom dwelling for a moment there, missed the playoffs in 6th last time around, and now here they are. So see Academy Lanes later. And look, Academy Lanes is even applauding them.
Gentlemen, I'll take my leave. Please continue to do what you do because you guys are keeping the sport of Candlepin alive. It's been my honor to be with you guys today. And I hope you guys have a great Saturday.
What a classy gesture. Academy Lanes applauding Canada 5. Awesome. That's awesome. That's incredible. That's sportsmanship.
Absolutely.
The way it should be all the time. Win with grace, lose with grace.
And you consider all kilometers that they've traveled to be here as far west as Alberta. I don't think BC, I'm not sure if BC was represented, but other than that, that's pretty incredible. I'll have to ask them. I hope they got a photo with the provincial flags on the arms. Otherwise, I'll be a little bit upset.
Please promote Candlepin Bowling. Pick up a Candlepin gift card. Your local bowling center here at Fairlanes. You have $10 coupons per certificate. A great way to get friends and family, especially the youth, involved in this great game. Never too late to pick up Candlepin Bowling. Anybody can bowl any age. Greg, to wrap it up.
Yeah, I guess we got to save some energy eventually. Thank you very much for watching. Again, thank you very much to Rob Henderson for being alongside us here at Fairlanes Bowling Center, Moncton, New Brunswick. On behalf of Paul Grant and Rob as well, and our executive producer Bob Lee and Duncan MacDougall, my name is Greg Gouillart. Thank you very much for watching. See you at 8 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Atlantic for the next match. 7 a.m. Central, 6 a.m. Mountain. Yep, I guess it's time to go now. 5 a.m. Pacific. You know the time zones. You know how to look it up. Until tomorrow, so long.